After back-to-back victories over their in-state rivals, the Athens Rock Lobsters return to action as road warriors tonight, facing off against a team that is trying to find their identity. Athens, who's fresh off a 6-4 victory over the Columbus River Dragons, will attempt to claim their 7th consecutive victory tonight, while the Danville Dashers are trying to find win number 2 on the season. Welcome into tonight's broadcast as we are ready for some Friday night hockey in the FPHL with a matchup between the Danville Dashers and your Athens Rock Lobsters. Bryce Gobert here with you tonight, again filling in for Mateen Rad as we get ready for Puck Drop here on the Athens Rock Lobster Network on YouTube. And just as a reminder, be sure to subscribe, like the stream, and hit the bell to get notifications for everything Rock Lobsters, including exclusive interviews and more. We'll start things off tonight with the Piedmont Athens Regional pregame show. And in case you missed Wednesday night's action against the Columbus River Dragons, here's a quick little recap of what went down at Athens Ford Arena. The River Dragons got the goal scoring early as Justin McDonald found the back of the net just 45 seconds into the first period. However, the Rock Lobsters would respond with 4 unanswered goals of their own, starting with Kason Gallant 3 minutes after the River Dragons took the lead. Garrett Milan and Orca Weisblatt converted the next 3, with Milan scoring his first on the power play and later adding another power play goal. The River Dragons would respond just 4 minutes after Milan's second, with Connor Lynn and on an unassisted power play goal. The second period saw no goal scoring, but Columbus did make a change in net as Sammy Bernard took over for Matt Petesian, and the River Dragons would control that second period, firing 22 shots on net, which were all saved by William Lavalier. Athens only was able to get 5 shots off in that second period on Wednesday night, but managed it really well and brought their action into the third period as Columbus closed the deficit just 3 minutes in, but Garrett Milan completed his hat trick in the third, as well as Kason Gallant scoring his second of the game, both on the power play, to give Athens a 3-goal cushion. Justin McDonald for the River Dragons would go on to complete his hat trick with 5 minutes remaining, also on the power play. That was 7 power play goals in that meeting on Wednesday between those two, 4 coming on the Athens side. Garrett Milan and Carter Shinkarik were named stars number 1 and number 2. National anthem going on down in Danville, or rather up in Danville in Illinois. Up in Danville, the Dashers looking to bounce back after a rough 2-game stretch against Danbury, in which the hat tricks took both games, outscoring Danville 12-4 across their 2-game span. The most recent contest on Saturday was a 72 loss in which they gave up 62 shots on net and an offensive onslaught for Danbury. They might have worn out the Dashers, firing 112 shots on frame that the Dashers goaltenders had to face over that small 2-game span. The Dashers, as we mentioned earlier, are looking for their second win of the season, trying to come out victorious and try and beat the team that they've only beaten once this year, or rather the team that the only win that they have this year, the Athens Rock Lobsters, who they beat back on October 25th of 2024 in a 3-1 win. It's hard to pick just one player to focus on for the Rock Lobsters tonight to make an impact, but if I had to choose one, it had to be Garrett Milan, who has been stellar for Athens so far this season and in recent form, collecting 11 points over his last 5 games, including 3 power play goals, as we just talked about, versus Columbus on Wednesday night, the 3rd hat trick in Rock Lobster history. His supporting cast of Kason Gallant and Carter Shinkarik, who also carry point streaks into this game, look to continue their winning ways behind Milan tonight. And that was our Fan Saves Impact Player segment, and it is brought to you by Fan Saves. Download the Fan Saves app now and follow the Rock Lobsters for exclusive digital coupons. See them on your screen right now. Those are the starting lineups for tonight's game for both sides. For the Athens Rock Lobsters, Josh Rosenzweig getting the start in net with Carter Shinkarik and Riley Robertson on defense. Glukaryov on left, Garrett Milan in the center, and Orca Weisblatt on the right. Team physician provided by Piedmont Athens Regional is Dr. Alec Graff, and the head coach of your Rock Lobsters is Steve Martinson. The Athens Rock Lobsters starting lineup is brought to you by Athens Ford. If you are making a deal on a new Ford truck, why not deal with Georgia's biggest and best Ford dealership? That wraps up our Piedmont Athens Regional pregame show. And Piedmont, real change lives here. We are ready to get going here from Danville. The Rock Lobsters and the Dashers underway. Puck controlled by Athens off the opening draw. Pushed up the near boards. Robertson was there. He'll shove it down to Milan. Tried to center a pass there for Lucaria, but that gets intercepted. And the Dasher's going to take it the other way and dump it in on Rosenzweig. He turns that one away. Puck being battled for along the near boards. Being pushed out of the zone. Athens will give chase. That's Glukaryov in the far corner. Puck back up the boards. Now back to Glukaryov below the goal line. Shoves it back to the point. Kolatarsi fresh on the ice. Back to Milan. Throws a shot towards the net. That gets blocked. Gets it right back. And another pass gets deflected and turned over, in which the Dashers will dump all the way down the ice and go for a change. Here comes Athens quickly the other way. Turned over around the blue line. Danville trying to get something going early here against this Athens team. Neither team registering an official shot on net just quite yet. Puck being battled for in the Athens zone. Rock Lobsters come away with it, and they'll push it forward. Reller had the puck get caught up in his skates, ended up being turned over. Puck just being thrown around in the Danville defensive zone. Skating around for it was Mietinen. And Danville will clear it up the near side board, skate it out of the zone, and they will come across. No offside, says the lineman. Kolatarsi behind his own net, goes defenseman to defenseman. And the Rock Lobsters fire it forward, but it's intercepted in the neutral zone. Athens will try and push the pace even more now. Dumped in, going off for a change was Reller, but he'll have to turn around and play some defense. Now has it in the neutral zone. Skates across the blue line. Dangles around one and around another. He shoots one, and that one just misses wide right of the net. Haven't had a stoppage of play yet. Fast action here in Danville. 18:03 remaining here in this first period. Heavy collision in that near side corner as Gallant is now in there battling for the puck. Greco skates for it. Will circle around his own net, being chased by a Danville Dasher. Finally, it'll be Kyle Russell throwing it forward. Intended pass there. Could not be completed, and we do have an offsides. First whistle, 2.5 minutes into the first period. Still no score between the Rock Lobsters and the Dashers. Hope everyone in the YouTube chat's having a good night here so far. We're getting a delay here on the puck drop. Danville trying to avoid another loss on this season. Currently, had one game postponed in the middle of it, but currently on a 30-game losing streak since beating Athens back on October 25th. Rock Lobsters had 41 shots in that game. Only 8 players that played against the Rock Lobsters on the Danville roster are still on the team and playing in this matchup tonight. Parker Rutherford for Danville saved 40 of 41 Athens shots, clinching that 3-1 victory. Back underway here, and Athens going to push it forward. Gallant with the puck in his skates, trying to free it loose. Puck thrown towards the net by Russell, gets deflected away. Danville will dump it in and chase on the other side of the ice. Missed pass there for Malik Johnson will make him go chase it. Puck now back in the neutral zone. Mietinen with the puck behind his own net will skate it forward. Throws it up to Salav, and that one gets deflected and is up and out of play. Defensive zone draw upcoming here for the Rock Lobsters. Again, coming off of a victory over the Columbus River Dragons, 6-4 at Aikens Ford Arena. Rock Lobsters had a week off before that meeting on Wednesday, as the faceoff is controlled by Danville. Guess now 2 Wednesdays ago, officially as Widebat brings it forward, and he will control. Throws it across to Robertson, plays it off the boards. The shot, that one blocked before it can get to the net. Skated around, Shinkarik will go down deep with it before he's pickpocketed. Robertson again throws it towards the net. That one misses wide. Weisblatt there for a rebound off the boards. At the point, Weisblatt looking for a pass. Will find one all the way on the opposite point, Shinkarik. Shinkarik with Milan. Leaves it off for him. Winds up a slap shot. That one towards the net. May have caught a piece of the goaltender. But comes out to the neutral zone, and Shinkarik will control it here for the Rock Lobsters. But they move fast back into the zone. Milan was streaking down the middle. But Daniil Glukaryov was unable to find him. "16 minutes remaining here in this first period. Salav and deep for Danville trying to get control of the puck. Something Athens has done a really good job of here in this first period so far. Not a lot of offensive zone time with control of the puck here for Danville. Shinkarik circles away from one, passes it off to Robertson. Picard in the neutral zone, hands off a pass, right side of the ice. It's a shot that just misses wide. And it comes all the way out to the neutral zone. Picard will have to gather it actually in his own end. Pass was intended for Garcia before it got intercepted by Zinchenko. Danville trying to, again, pressure in this Athens offensive zone, but have not been able to really control the puck. It's been a lot of skating and chasing. Battle along the near boards in the corner. Alden in there battling for it. Coming in was Zinchenko for Danville. Still battling for it in the corner as time continues to tick away in this first period. Finally coming away with it was Zinchenko. Puck going to be fired towards the net. Rosenzweig down to a knee, but it didn't matter because puck didn't get to him. Zinchenko skating with the puck, trying to skate away from a Rock Lobster. That was Reller giving chase. Ronan. Puck being battled for Rosenzweig. Has to be sharp right there. Is that one a quick play from behind the net for Juwan Davis? Puck is going to be cleared down the ice, and that will be icing. 14:27 remaining in the first period. Scary moment there for Josh Rosenzweig. Again, had to be sharp, ready for that save. And we will step aside here on the Athens Rock Lobsters Network.
Since 1968, we've been your trusted source for home comfort. From then to now, we've evolved, but our commitment to your comfort remains unchanged. Experience the expertise that only decades of dedicated service can provide. Trust Stanfield. We've been keeping homes comfortable for over 50 years. Your comfort, our legacy. Schedule online at stanfieldair.com.
It's a historic season for all the hockey fans in Athens, and how can you celebrate without beer? The Athens Rock Lobster Clawshank Redemption is available exclusively at Terrapin Tap Room. Terrapin, do the right thing, always. Classic City Flats is a brand new apartment community in Athens, Georgia that redefines luxury living, offering a sleek and contemporary living experience. Our impeccably designed apartment homes boast sophisticated interiors, premium amenities, and exquisite finishes, providing residents with an unparalleled downtown living experience. Classic City Flats is excited to deliver luxury apartments that set the new standard of sophisticated living in Athens, Georgia. Classic City Flats, redefining your horizon of living.
Back underway here in Danville. Rock Lobsters and the Dashers trying to break the deadlock at 0 here. 14 minutes and 17 seconds remaining in the period. Greco with the puck. Will send it behind his own net. Athens going to elect to be patient here and set up. Saw this for a lot from Columbus on Wednesday night. Athens fans giving them some backlash for it. Weren't happy with the patience game. Rock Lobsters behind the net of Danville. Puck gets cleared back out to the neutral zone. Greco will take control of it. Looking for a pass up the ice. It gets deflected and actually stays in the Athens defensive zone. Kyle Russell back to give chase to it again. Will set up behind his own net. Greco couldn't handle the pass. It gets turned over. Opportunity here for Danville, but they couldn't control the puck. 2-on-2 building here for the Rock Lobsters. Make it a 4-on-2. Nice play by Gallant to stay on sides. Virgilis one first-time attempt. Could not convert it as he fanned on the shot. Turnover in the offensive zone. Virgili. A pass to Glukaryov. He scores! Athens gets on the board. An impressive shot there. And I believe that was actually Malik Johnson. Going to get credit for that one. Turnover at the blue line, and it is Malik Johnson who is able to convert the opportunity. And Virgili with the great pass to Malik Johnson as Athens takes a 1-0 lead. Puck back underway here. Athens will try and add to its lead. Still with possession in the offensive zone. Being swept away. And the slot, Reller, a great opportunity right in front of the net. The one-time chance, couldn't convert. Has another one here. Reller shot. That one just misses high and wide. And I believe that Wahlgren may have gotten a piece of it for Danville. Mietnin skates it forward, and another shot. That one gets deflected. Hard to tell if maybe Rosenzweig got a piece of it. But nonetheless, the face-off going to stay inside the Athens zone, so they are going to say that he got a piece of it. Trying to get confirmation on the goal scorer and assist. It is going to be Malik Johnson with assists from Philip Virgili and Kyle Russell, officially the scoring on that goal for the Rock Lobsters. 12:35 remaining here in this first period, with Athens now leading by 1. They'll try and skate it forward here. As Shinkarik goes back for it behind his net. Again, he'll set up with the top line back on here for Athens. That's Weisblatt, Milan, and Glukaryov. Skating forward. Here's Weisblatt. Around 1, around 2. The pass back to Milan. It's a shot on net. And sharply on his mark there was Oscar Wahlgren. Puck gets chipped out forward. It's a delayed offsides. Dashers, they'll say, will not touch it. Glukaryov with the puck in his own zone. Spins around, finally lays off the pass. They'll push it forward with Shinkarik. His pass goes all the way down the ice, not converted to anybody. Sinchenko will flip it out to center ice. Rock Lobsters again pushing the pace here. Milan, his shot, that one right into the glove of Wahlgren, and he will hold it for a stoppage of play. 11:36 remaining here in period number 1 between the Rock Lobsters and the Dashers. Athens right now leading in shots on goal. That will be number 5 unofficially. Only 2 right now for Danville. Make it 6 now for Athens as player's going to be kicked out of the face-off circle. That's Virgili. Malik Johnson wins the face-off over to the boards. Gallant was there to take it. Back to the point. Another shot on net. That one Wahlgren swallows up as well and gets another stoppage of play. Good opportunities here for Athens, just under 10 minutes in. Rather, 9 minutes in, rather. Trying to win it forward was Virgili. Ends up getting cleared all the way out of the zone. Back down the length of the ice. Rosenzweig has his arm up into the air for icing, and it will be called with 11:28 remaining. A lot of offensive zone draws here for Athens. That's something that they struggled with on Wednesday night against Columbus. River Dragons looked very successful in the faceoff dot up until late in that game. As we're going to have a change in the faceoff circle. It'll be Slav to take it the draw now, after Fisher got kicked out, but now Fisher's going to go back in, so not quite too sure what happened with there. Nonetheless, Athens won the face-off, and the shot from the point from Greco had to be shouldered away by Wahlgren. Athens again on the attack, skating around the zone. That was Virgili. Greco at the point, Gallant in the slot, rips one on net. Wahlgren again, another sharp save, another opportunity for Athens. That one gets poked away by the pad of Wahlgren. Puck being battled for in the corner. Athens comes away with it. Virgili flips one towards the net. Gallant couldn't get a stick on it to redirect it. Virgili comes away with the rebound, trying to get it up the boards to Kyle Russell. He cannot do so. Finally, it does get to Russell, who will send it back down for Virgili. Pushes it along even further down into the Danville defensive zone. Greco down from his position at the point. keeps the attack alive here for Athens, but a turnover brings the puck the other way. Salav works his way around one, now low in the zone. Rosenzweig, a pad save. A juicy rebound came in the slot, but no chance could come of it. Puck being rushed forward here, and it gets deflected in the neutral zone, as Malik Johnson would have had a breakaway if that pass got connected. Rosenzweig, another save on a long-distance shot. Here comes Danville with possession of the puck. Prexler shoots one, but that gets deflected. Being battled for in the corner now. Mullins and Aaron pass at the point, really just fanned on it as Gallant gets tripped up. Don't believe there's going to be any call. Flips one on net. 9:48 remaining here in this first period. Sewardson in the corner for Danville, protecting the puck with his body. Behind the net he goes, throws a pass in front. It gets batted around. Rosenzweig lost it for a second, but finally finds the puck again. It's going to be another puck thrown on net. It's close, and it goes in. A shot from the point from Slinger. Not quite sure who tipped it in, but it did go in behind Rosenzweig, and just like that, Danville going to equalize here with a goal, I believe, coming from Blake Sewardson. Had 2 assists versus Danbury in Game 1 on the 7th and is able to find the back of the net here. 9 minutes and 28 seconds remaining in period number 1, and it's even at 1. Not what you want to see there if you're a Rock Lobster fan. An unfortunate bounce that ended up getting behind Rosenzweig as he thought he had the puck under control. Sewardson was right behind him to put that puck in the open frame and tie this game up at 1. Wyzak behind his own net, trying to control Picard, giving chase. Will poke it down deeper into the zone. Nietinen tries to push it along. Still being pressured by a couple of Rock Lobsters. That's Ronan in there giving chase. And Nietinen will finally wait and play the patience game himself behind his own net. We'll see where he elects to go with the pass. It's to Horn. Not sure that was his intended receiver. Horn gets it back across the blue line, lost control of it, but gains it back. Fires one towards the net, rolls across the crease after I believe Rosenzweig got a piece of it. Here comes Athens the other way. Reller almost had an opportunity to skate forward one-on-one, but he lost the puck. Athens will chip it in deep and go off for a line change. Weisblatt on for the Rock Lobsters will give chase. Milan to do the same thing. Mullins will try and push it forward, and a massive collision there at the center red line with Robertson without a stick. Lays a massive hit, but it looks like Robertson going to go to the box for that hit, actually. We'll step aside here, find out more about the penalty when we return with the Athens Rock Lobsters. The Danville Dashers tied at 1.
UGA football player Amarius Mims suffered a serious injury. The quality care from the Piedmont team changed his life.
As a football player, my body is everything to me. When I got injured, I was worried about
my future in the game, but you and your team's expertise, care, and support reassured me from the start. I've been able to recover because of the quality care I received at Piedmont, and I am back playing at my full potential on the field. I can't thank you enough for what you've done for me, my family, and my future. Your help means the world to me, and I'll always be grateful for your part in keeping my dreams alive. How you doing?
Well, I didn't know you were going to be here.
Yes, sir.
I'm so proud of you. So happy for you. It gives me joy to see you out there on the field doing your thing.
You look good.
Appreciate you.
It's a good-looking ankle.
I'm trying to tell you.
Farmburger is defined by its mission, its farms, its team, and its family. In 2008, our co-founders gathered around a single idea: redefine the burger by bringing together a community of ranchers, farmers, chefs, restaurateurs, and eaters. Our promise is to strive every day and with every burger to uphold these core values to each and every one of you. We do that by holding ourselves to a higher standard. Grass-fed and grass-finished, that means our cattle are never fed grain. Our belief feeds our mission, and our mission is to feed you.
Power play coming up here for the Danville Dashers. You see the power play down there in the corner, or in the bottom of your screen, rather. Face-off controlled here by Danville as they'll get it started with the 2 minutes on the clock. Works it over to Mullins. He fires one towards the net. Doesn't quite get there. Milan with a quick clearance all the way down the ice. And that will allow Athens time to reset. Danville will do the same now with the puck behind their own net. 87% on the penalty kill. It's second best in the FPHL for the Rock Lobsters, only allowing 18 power play goals, 3 of which last game versus Columbus. Puck gets knocked away. Milan on the penalty kill giving chase. Mullins at the point with the puck. Fires a shot towards the net. That gets poked away by Rosenzweig. He's all over the place. Finally gets back, set in his crease. Solov with the puck in the slot, tried to find a pass, but could not do so. It's Mullins at the point, fires another one towards the net, and that one's grabbed up there by Rosenzweig with 7:26 remaining here in the first period. Dashers 1, Rock Lobsters 1, a minute and 7 seconds remaining on the power play. Mietnin on for the power play opportunity, along with Brazen. Going to be taking the face-off is Thomas Murphy. And before that puck is dropped, a whistle, and it looks like someone's going to be getting kicked out, and that'll be Thomas Murphy. And to take it will be Juwan Davis. Prexler as well, the other forward on this power play here for the Dashers. Brazen rips a shot towards the net. Rosenzweig couldn't see it. It missed wide. At the point, it's Mietnin. He fires another one. That one bouncing, gets deflected before it gets to Rosenzweig at the net. 2 players down on the ice in front of him, battling for it. The shot just misses high and wide, and that one will be deflected up and out of play for a stoppage of play. Good opportunity here for Danville early in this power play opportunity. About 48 seconds remaining now, and the Dashers firing some shots at the net. Testing Josh Rosenzweig has been sharp tonight. Only allowed that 1 goal in which don't think he knew that puck got behind him. Face-off 1 by Athens. Malik Johnson diving, tried to get it out, could not do so. Here the Dashers. Prexler tried to get it in front, and it was actually Rosenzweig who choked up on his stick really quick and pushed it out to the neutral zone to get the puck out of the zone. Here's the Dashers quickly the other way. Murphy battling along the far side boards. Puck still over there with Murphy. Malik Johnson now trying to poke that puck away. He will. And here come the Athens Rock Lobsters and Malik Johnson 1-on-2. And Johnson will elect to dump it deep and go off for the change. Alden fresh onto the ice will give chase. 12 seconds remaining on the power play. 6:30 remaining here in the first period. Shinkarik behind the net along with Greco battling for that puck. Power play now over, and we return to even strength. That's Riley Robertson out of the box, and here come the Rock Lobsters the other way. Straddling the line, Weisblatt throws a pass across. It'll be Picard who can't find the net, wide open all alone. Kicked forward by the Dashers. And in their own zone, Athens will take control. Alden with the puck. Fires a pass forward. Gets deflected and tipped in. Giving chase will be Picard. He has a chance. Fires one off the right pad of Oscar Walgren. Athens getting some good opportunities here. But it's been all Dashers ever since they've gotten on the power play. Into the zone. The shot stopped by Rosenzweig. No, that one goes in. Thought Rosenzweig had it, but Zinchenko able to fire it home. And we'll have to check on that Rock Lobster down on the ice. It was a heavy collision over there. Was able to get around one. The shot, it almost looks like a reverse check, getting a second look at it. But nonetheless, Zinchenko makes it 2-1 here in favor of the Danville Dashers. Again, trying to see who that injured Rock Lobster was. Can't quite see who it is. The camera not panning over there. impressive numbers for the Dashers team here in this first period as they lead the team that's in second place in the Continental, the Athens Rock Lobsters, by a score of 2-1. But Athens wants to respond their own quickly. They almost do with Glukaryov. Almost caught Walgren sleeping on that rebound. Puck chipped out to the neutral zone. Here's Robertson. Glukaryov now with Milan. He'll bring the puck forward. Milan with it. Player falls down for Danville. Milan goes short side. He can't get it to fall. Glukaryov on the follow-up. Couldn't get a clean look. Puck chipped all the way out of the zone. Danville will give chase. So will Athens and Milan. Zinchenko throws a pass across, but Glukaryov nicely done defensively, and now will skate forward. Milan with the toe drag gets it across the blue line, but could not do anything further with it. Zinchenko goes down, gets caught by the blue line monster. Both teams will make changes with 4:30 remaining here in this first period. Giving chase. It's the Rock Lobsters throwing a puck in front. Galan almost had a look at it. That's Malik Johnson, who almost got that puck to get through, ends up getting blocked. Players falling over the ice here in Danville. Johnson down in deep, pokes the puck backwards, works its way all the way to the blue line. Kolatarsi could not control it on the backhand. Fisher giving chase to him. Russell back to Kolatarsi, the defensive pairing out now for the Athens Rock Lobsters. Back and forth we go here in this first period. A 2-1 advantage for the Danville Dashers. Virgili, patience, will work his way in. Malik Johnson tried to take it away. Virgili gets it back. He has it poked away, working his way in the near corner. Malik Johnson fires a puck to Russell at the point, keeps it in with the skate, loses control, fires a shot towards the net, and misses high. Johnson the rebound at the right circle. Both teams fighting for it, fighting for possession. It's just being batted around and finally cleared all the way down the ice and behind Rosenzweig for an icing call with 3:24 remaining in the first period. Athens has some work to do. A lot of time left here in this one between the Athens Rock Lobsters and the Danville Dashers.
Since we opened in 1968, we've taken pride in our professional staff. Unparalleled customer service is our legacy. Experience the best, skilled hands and friendly faces. At Stanfield Air Systems, satisfaction is not just a guarantee, it's our tradition. Schedule online at stanfieldair.com.
UGA football player Amarius Mims suffered a serious injury. The quality care from the Piedmont team changed his life.
As a football player, my body is everything to me. When I got injured, I was worried about
my future in the game, but you and your team's expertise, care, and support reassured me from the start. I've been able to recover because of the quality care I received at Piedmont, and I am back playing at my full potential on the field. I can't thank you enough for what you've done for me, my family, and my future. Your help means the world to me, and I'll always be grateful for your part in keeping my dreams alive. How you doing?
Well, I didn't know you were going to be here.
Yes, sir.
I'm so proud of you. So happy for you. It gives me joy to see you out there on the field doing your thing.
You look good.
Appreciate you.
It's a good-looking ankle.
I'm trying to tell you.
Offensive zone draw here for the Rock Lobsters. A quick shot off the faceoff, quickly covered up by Walgren. A little bit of pushing and shoving in the corner between Reller and a Danville Dasher. That was Mullins. Only a couple seconds tick off of the clock. 3:19 remaining here in this first period. Good to see Ronan back on the ice. Did get confirmation he was the player down for Athens after that second goal for Danville. So good to see him back out. Another face-off win here for the Rock Lobsters. A shot from the point, and they score! A whistler from the point gives Athens their second goal of the game, tying this one up at 2. An impressive shot from the point there as Athens ties this one up. I believe that shot from the point was from Joey Colatarsi, but it might have been Reller who got a piece of it down low. Nonetheless, still tied up at 2 apiece. It'll be an icing call. But a massive goal there for Athens as they're able to tie it up. That was back-to-back face-off wins for the Rock Lobsters. The first one from the point from Colatarsi got saved, but some traffic in front and some help from the big man, Brandon Reller, standing in there at 6'4", able to help create some traffic and get that puck to go top right corner over the shoulder of Oscar Wahlgren. Face-off taken forward there by Danville as we're back underway. Under 3 minutes to play here in the first period. Big scrum in the corner. Puck pushed along the boards behind the net. It's Picard who will take it away. Pokes it forward. It'll be Ronan who couldn't control the puck. Reller with possession, loses it, but almost got it back. Nicely taken by the captain, Justin Brosson. Deflected down on the shot there for Rosenzweig, able to get the save. And here come the Rock Lobsters the other way. Here's Reller, rips the shot towards the net, and Wahlgren, again sharp, takes that one in the breadbasket and gets the stop. Just 2:21 remaining in this first period. We'll see what Athens elects to do here in these final 3 minutes. Been aggressive this whole entire first period so far. Milan Glukaryov on the ice along with Weisblatt. Pressure behind the net. Glukaryov almost came away with it. Milan along the near boards, chips it back down. Comes out to the point. Robertson over to Shinkarik. He skates around, pass nearly deflected. Robertson still gets it. A player down in front of the net. And this is going to send Athens to the power play. 2:04 remaining in this first period, and the Rock Lobsters headed to the Paloma Park power play. It'll be Miettinen who's going to be sent off. The 30-year-old defenseman from Florida, standing in at 6 foot, played 28 games for the Dashers this season, in conversation with the referee at the penalty box. Nonetheless, a big opportunity here for the Rock Lobsters to possibly take an advantage into the intermission break. Face-off won by the Rock Lobsters. Fired over towards Weisblatt. Weisblatt with it down low. Here's Milan near boards. Being patient with it. Hands it down low. Will be skated out by Virgili. Milan. Up to the point, Shinkarik passes it one more to Robertson. That was Gallant who was over on that left side. Fired the one-timer and could not get it to go. Milan. Down low. Working with it, it's Virgili. Milan will take the step out, fires it towards the net, gets deflected, and it will come all the way down the ice. Rosenzweig came out, but Shinkarik skates back to get it. Fired it quickly to the blue line, a quick pass. All the way across. Good passing here. Weisblatt an opportunity, but Wahlgren sharp with the blocker. Good opportunities coming up for Athens right now as they bring the puck back in with Shinkarik down the right side behind the net. Shinkarik still with the puck, circling. Will hand it off to Milan at the point. Winds up a slap shot. That one right into the breadbasket of Wahlgren. But thought he maybe got a stoppage of play, but it keeps going. Slides the puck across to Milan. Shinkarik from the point. Another shot. That one can't fall. Under a minute remaining here in this first period. Weisblatt. Virgili in the corner. Steps out. That was Milan. Could not get the shot to go. Being battled for. Still with it. The Rock Lobsters keep it in. Here's Milan. Down low. Virgili. Side of the net. Looks for Milan to get the pass back to him. Finally, Will along the near boards. Milan with an open look. Fires it. That one just misses wide. And all the way out of the zone. Shinkarik will give chase. Both teams will make changes. Shinkarik looks to push the pace. He will. Virgili skating with it. Behind the net. Looking for a man to pass to. Cannot find one. And the corner is still being battled for. Weisblatt on the ice. Gets run into by a dasher. Throws a pass in front. Virgili takes the second. Winds it up. and it gets deflected and goes out of play. And that as time was expiring, so the Rock Lobsters with basically 2 full minutes of possession, but could not get it to go. And hard to tell. It looks like the referees are signaling for a line change, but I'm not quite too sure what's happening. Nonetheless, we will step aside, and it looks like the referees finally gave up on trying to keep the period alive, as the Rock Lobsters in the Nashville head into the break, tied at 2 apiece.
UGA football player Amarius Mims suffered a serious injury. The quality care from the Piedmont team changed his life.
As a football player, my body is everything to me. When I got injured, I was worried about
my future in the game, but you and your team's expertise, care, and support reassured me from the start. I've been able to recover because of the quality care I received at Piedmont, and I am back playing at my full potential on the field. I can't thank you enough for what you've done for me, my family, and my future. Your help means the world to me, and I'll always be grateful for your part in keeping my dreams alive. How you doing?
Well, I didn't know you were going to be here.
Yes, sir.
I'm so proud of you. So happy for you. It gives me joy to see you out there on the field doing your thing.
You look good.
Appreciate you.
It's a good-looking ankle.
I'm trying to tell you.
It's a historic season for all the hockey fans in Athens, and how can you celebrate without beer? The Athens Rock Lobster Clawshank Redemption is available exclusively at Terrapin Tap Room. Terrapin, do the right thing. Always.
Hey, Crustacean Nation, we've got another episode of Lobster Tales here for you on the Athens Rock Lobster Network. Matt Team Rad here, and I'm joined today by goaltender Josh Rosenzweig. Rosie, how you doing, man?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great. And why wouldn't you be doing good? You're coming off an amazing performance against the Columbus River Dragons, 38 save shutout, and a completely clean slate in the shootout as well. At what point in that game are you aware of really just how locked in you are?
Yeah, I mean, started off the game with like 10 shots in the first period or 11 or something like that. And I felt like I was in a groove. So it was starting to feel really good. And then in the second and third, it was still 0-0. And I just had the mentality that, I wasn't getting beat.
Is there ever any fear in a game like that when maybe the rest of the team isn't firing on all cylinders and it feels like they're leaning on you to keep them in the game? Are you in a mindset where you're trepidatious to make a mistake, or are you just trying to take it kind of save by save?
I think as a goalie, you sort of live for those moments, those games where you can really step up and be the hero. So I love those little tight games. Obviously love to keep it 0 as long as possible. So, yeah.
That's exactly what you did. And after that final save of the shootout, your emotion on the ice was obvious. What was running through your head when it was all said and done?
Yeah, obviously, I was really pumped up, really fired up. I'd get on one knee, do my little fist pump Sully, and then kind of did the Columbus fans celebration like when they score. So all those emotions at once, it was really fired up.
You're in your second year as a professional, but you've also had a very prolific junior career. Where does that performance on Saturday night rank in your memory of games past?
Yeah, it's definitely one of my better games in a while, and it just felt really good to have a game like that. Obviously, for confidence and yeah, it just felt really good.
Speaking on your confidence, you've now played 4 games in a row. You're the first Rock Lobster goaltender to do that. Do you feel like the amount of game time, the amount of play that you've had recently has really helped you find a new level in your play?
Yeah, I think that, the more you play, you sort of get into a groove, and the better you feel out there. So yeah, definitely the last couple games in a row that I've gotten the opportunity to play, I've definitely felt stronger and stronger every time I step out on the ice.
You grew up in Toronto. Does it suffice to say that you also grew up a Maple Leafs fan?
Yeah, 100%.
Who would have been your biggest goaltending influences growing up to a young hockey fan? Would it have been James Reimer?
I picked number 34, like the number I wear, when I was probably like 7 or 8 years old, probably because of Reimer, I think. But my favorite goalie growing up would have to be Jonathan Quick from the LA Kings, or now he's on the Rangers.
You got your start in the pros last year with Watertown, but how did this opportunity come about with the Rock Lobsters, and what factors about the team made you want to take the trip to Athens?
Yeah, I saw, there was an expansion team in the Fed. I saw that Athens was one of them, and I did a little Google search, saw like the town and all that stuff, and I thought it'd be cool to move to the South and play hockey. And I reached out to Coach Steve Martinson. We had a little chit chat, and then we made it work.
How has it been living in Athens thus far? Because, I mean, you're one of the youngest guys on the team, 21-year-old. It must be perfect to be living in a college town.
Oh yeah, it's been great so far. I love the South. I love, especially like you said, college town. There's always stuff to do, and we're set up really nice with our apartments. So it's been a pretty good lifestyle down here.
Toronto, it's arguably the hockey capital of the world. Moving down here to play hockey in the South, and of course you were in Watertown, in a New York town the year before. Has it taken any adjustment to get used to the hockey culture down here in the Deep South?
Yeah, it's definitely different. I mean, down here, I would say probably football is college football is like the number one thing. But honestly, ever since we started playing home games down here, I feel like the community and the fans that we're starting to attract, it's getting bigger, and we're getting a lot of love from the community. So it's been really fun, and a lot of fans, like sometimes I'll be out like to go like at a restaurant, and like people will come up to me and just be like, "Oh, like you're on the Lobsters, blah blah," and it's pretty cool to start to get that recognition. So it's been nice.
So there's also a third team that you've played in as a pro. That was HC Tel Aviv. What was that experience like to play in Israel, and how did that opportunity arise?
That's funny. I never ended up going to Israel. It was an error on the website. I was supposed to go this summer to play in the Israel League. That sort of fell through just because there's been like a lot of wars going down over there in that part of the world. But no, I would definitely love to go and play in the summer in the Israel League, and I got family there and stuff, so it would be good to kind of see them and hang out with them and play some hockey down there.
So I actually looked this up. So it is a German-Israeli name, Josh Rosenzweig. I realized what the translation is. Do you know what it translates to?
I think it's like the thorn on a rose.
Rose branch is what, I mean, doesn't mean Google's always right?
Yeah.
That's what came up.
Yeah.
I've asked a fair amount of the guys who they think the funniest guy on the team is. And your name has come up, I think, every time.
Really?
Would you give yourself that title, or does someone else come to mind for you?
I mean, I definitely like to keep it light most of the time, but I don't know. I would say that Orca Weisblatt, he's a character. He's a funny guy.
Is he kind of like a sneaky funny guy? Because Orcs can be a quiet dude.
Yeah. I mean, I'm really close with him, so once you get to know him a little bit better, he can make you giggle a little bit. So he's pretty funny.
We've already mentioned it once. You're one of the youngest guys on the team. I think Brandon Rellett is the only guy that's younger. two questions with that in mind. Who have been the guys that you have been closest to on the team? And then who are the more experienced guys that you've kind of been looking up to?
Yeah, so closest, I would say, definitely Orca, my roommate, Kason Gallant, and Garcia, and probably, yeah, Rel or two, like all us young guys, we have a lot of stuff in common. We love to hang out together after practice and whether it's watching movies or going to get something to eat, it's always a good time with them. And then you said experienced, sorry.
Who have been the more experienced guys that you've been looking up to?
Definitely, guys like Shanks and Millsy. Those guys, they lead by example every day. They've instilled a culture on this team that, there's very high expectations, and I don't think I've ever seen those two guys, especially, like, ever go through the motions or take a day off. Like, those guys, they lead by example, and they've had long pro careers because of it. And it's always good to learn from guys like that.
Being a goalies tend to be the superstitious type. Do you have any superstitions or any rituals that you partake in?
When I was younger, I used to have a lot of weird things that I felt like if I didn't prepare this exact way, it wasn't going to be a good game or anything. But as I've gotten older, I've tried to keep it really simple. I mean, if we're on the road like this past weekend, definitely want to get a good meal, good nap in, and then when we show up to the rink, I like to get my headphones in and sort of just dial in, and I'll grab a lacrosse ball, throw it against the wall, and then make sure that I'm all stretched up, get treatment, make sure my body's ready to go. And then I guess little things with my equipment, I always get dressed the same way. So like right skate before the left, like that kind of stuff. But yeah.
I had a group of buddies come in for the New Year's Eve game, and I had a buddy's girlfriend. She's really a good friend too, but she wanted me to ask you about your stretching routine. Can you take us through the pregame stretch? Maybe any stretches that you can teach us here on the interview.
Yeah, I mean, I think I've done that same little routine probably since junior, since I was about 16. I don't know. It's just something I like to do. It's it might look a little flashy and a little crazy at sometimes, but it definitely gets my body ready to go. It gets me dialed in, it gets me focused. I'll grab the water bottle and I'll sort of squirt it up and then watch the water drops, just kind of focus my eyes. And yeah, that's basically it.
It feels like you kind of have a thing for playing in Monroe. Some of your best performances have come against the Moccasins in Monroe this season. What is it about there that just brings out the best in you? Is it something about maybe the fans there that you really want to be on your very best, or some other factor that really puts you in tip top to go up against the Moccasins?
Yeah, I'm not really sure, but every time we're in Monroe, I think they've had the most fans consistently, like on a nightly basis. On the road, I think they get an average of like 4,000, north of 4,000 fans a game. And I don't know, I've loved the pressure. I've loved the spotlight, ever since I started playing. And they always have, the fans heckling at us. They make signs and stuff. So, it's a great atmosphere to play in. And, when you get booed, sometimes you like being the villain. It's not always a bad thing. And, yeah, it's been fun the couple times that we've played in Monroe.
From being the villain in Monroe to being the hero in Aikens Ford Arena, we've got a 3-game set coming up against the Baton Rouge Zydeco. Rosie, how excited are you to get back on the home ice? And what has it been like for you as a goaltender to open up this new arena with the Rock Lobsters?
Yeah, obviously love playing at home with the new rink. It's beautiful. It's a great building. In front of our fans, playing in front of our fans, there's nothing better than that. And I'm very excited for this weekend. We got a big weekend against Baton Rouge,
So you're in an interesting position, Rose. I've asked guys like Shinks and asked guys like Millsy about what their individual goals for the season are. And really all they've talked about is really wanting to help the team because of where they are in their careers. But in terms of you, you're still so young into your career, especially your professional career. So what are some of the individual goals that you want to achieve for yourself this season?
Yeah, I mean, I'm here to win a championship. I've never won in any level before, and I'm hungry. I want to know what it feels like to win. So I'm here to win a championship, and I think we have the right guys to do it. We have a very talented and skilled team, like up and down the lineup, and hopefully I can give the team the best chance to win, every night. And yeah, I just want to win.
You've definitely given the team a winning recipe as of late. Josh, thanks so much for joining me today. Looking forward to seeing you play against Baton Rouge this weekend.
Since we opened in 1968, we've taken pride in our professional staff. Unparalleled customer service is our legacy. Experience the best, skilled hands and friendly faces. At Stanfield Air Systems, satisfaction is not just a guarantee, it's our tradition. Schedule online at stanfieldair.com.
There's only one place you can deck yourself out and represent Athens' first ever pro hockey team, the Rock Lobsters. Head to shop.rocklobstershockey.com to get your hats, shirts, and even jerseys now. Classic City Flats is a brand new apartment community in Athens, Georgia that redefines luxury living, offering a sleek and contemporary living experience. Our impeccably designed apartment homes boast sophisticated interiors, premium amenities, and exquisite finishes, providing residents with an unparalleled downtown living experience. Classic City Flats is excited to deliver luxury apartments that set the new standard of sophisticated living in Athens, Georgia. Classic City Flats, redefining your horizon of living. Farmburger is defined by its mission, its farms, its team, and its family. In 2008, our co-founders gathered around a single idea: redefine the burger by bringing together a community of ranchers, farmers, chefs, restaurateurs, and eaters. Our promise is to strive every day and with every burger to uphold these core values to each and every one of you. We do that by holding ourselves to a higher standard. Grass-fed and grass-finished, that means our cattle are never fed grain. Our belief feeds our mission, and our mission is to feed you.
Back here with the Athens Rock Lobsters, the Danville Dashers tied at 2-2 apiece. You see the scoring summary on your screen right now, as Athens gets goals from Johnson and Reller. They ended up giving that second goal to, saying that Reller got the deflection, scoring his fourth of the year on the shot from the point from Kolatarsi. And on the other side, Sewardson and Zinchenko getting their first two goals of the game for Danville. 17 shots on goal for the Rock Lobsters in period number 1, 11 for Danville. Both teams with an opportunity on the power play but could not convert. Riley Robertson, the lone penalty for Athens in that first period. Miettinen getting the other one for Danville. See how this second period goes. It was all Athens there at the end as the Rock Lobsters got the power play and were really on the attack. Did not let up against this Danville team. And they were under a lot of stress in those last 2 minutes were the Dashers. That penalty occurred with 2:04 remaining in the first period. 20 minutes on the clock here, 20 minutes down and 40 minutes to go. As Shinkarik and Robertson will be the defensive pair. Milan, Glukaryov, and Weisblatt get the start at forward here for Athens in this second period. Puck drop, and we are underway. Milan wins it cleanly, but it's directly to a pressing Danville player. A quick shot, and it gets bouncing around. Another opportunity for Salav. He can't find that it's home. Back to the point. Ripping it around was Wyzak, but couldn't do anything with it. Athens skates it out of the zone with Carter Shinkarik now in the neutral zone. Wind-up slap shot rings the puck around the boards. There to meet it was Garrett Milan. Mullins was there in the corner. Milan trying to find his way and dance around. Goes back to the point, has Robertson, who will send it back down deep with Glukaryev behind the net. Glukaryev being pressured by Wyzak. Sends it back to Robertson, who again will dump it down low. Weisblatt gets taken down to the ice. Shinkarik now with the puck at the point. In the skates, a pass intended there for Milan. It's an opportunity for Glukaryev. Weisblatt with another one. Could not get it to go. Weisblatt gets tripped up, no call. Shinkarik skates towards the center of the ice, passes it off to Milan. Now it's Weisblatt in the side of the net, back to Milan. Couldn't get the shot off. And Danville will take it the other way. Heavy check there on Zinchenko. As Mietinen now with the puck fires one towards the net. Rosenzweig with it, and he will cover that up for a stoppage of play with 18:41 remaining here in this first period. That's something that we saw in the first period. Not a lot of whistles. And once the game got going, it was a rather quick first period. But now, starting to carry over here to the second as the Malik Johnson, Kaysen Gallant line comes on. Malik Johnson on the draw. Can't control it. It was almost a quick shot. Another quick shot this time by Danville. That one rifled wide past the right shoulder of Rosenzweig. Now it's Malik Johnson the other way. Round one. Rips a shot. That one Wahlgren had to be sharp on, and he was. Johnson in the corner tried to fire a puck to the middle. Nobody there. Pass got intercepted. Other way, it's Danville. Roth, a shot. Pass, rather, that to the opposite corner. It'll be Brazen working along, trying to shake off Russell to the point. Shot gets deflected. It's bouncing around. Rosenzweig had to dive. Didn't make a save as the puck rolled over to the corner. Greco trying to clear it out. Won't be able to do so. Danville player loses his stick. That was Horn. Greco with the puck behind his own net as Athens going to take possession and slow things down here after this fast start to the second period. And now 17:45 left to go. Athens tried to stretch the ice, could not do so. Player goes down and now off the ice. Greco with possession of the puck, gets it knocked away. Back to Danville on the attack. A great poke check there from Rosenzweig. Denied Seawartson a great goal-scoring opportunity, but the danger's not all the way gone yet. Athens able to clear it out. Nice defensive work there and great goaltending by Rosenzweig. Mullen with it in his own end. Will fire it forward all the way down the ice, and Russell's there to take it. Pass it across the crease to Greco. Ronan couldn't get the puck out of the zone. Still in there. Greco will step up, put a body on. Puck being worked in the corner. Reller pushes it along for Kyle Russell. Reller forward. Just nearly avoids the offsides call. Still with possession, it's Reller. Puck in his skates, gets batted away. And fresh off a change, a massive hit there from Greco. Right down to the ice. My goodness. Laying the body down there was Greco, and then comes back and makes a nice deflection to break up a pass. Holy smokes, what a hit there from Greco. Mietinen fires the puck forward for Murphy. Danville working their way back up the ice. Puck stays in the zone, almost cleared out. Athens will now take it the other way. Pushing it forward is the Rock Lobsters. Delayed offside. Reller will go off for a change. Now it's Kolatarsi with the puck in his own end. Here they come, the Rock Lobsters. Kolatarsi skates it out. Garcia shot. That one rifled wide. Wahlgren had to be ready for it. Picard, rather, not Garcia. Now it's Garcia with the puck. Fires one towards the net, and that is stopped and collected by Wahlgren. Athens on the attack here early. But a massive hit laid on by Greco just a few seconds ago. Right at center ice. Can't have a much better open ice hit than that. And it looks like that player who did take the hit, and I believe that is Connor Mullins, going to be taken off the ice as a precaution and going to go get checked out in the locker room. Mullins, 5 assists this season, played 1 game with Danbury earlier this year in December. Had an assist last game versus that same Danbury team. Hopefully that he is going to be okay. Puck and face-off one there by the Rock Lobsters. Shot on net, and Wahlgren again had to be sharp on a shot from the point. Athens getting those shots from up top to the net. Riley Robertson forcing a good save. Try the face-off again. Garrett Milan unable to win it cleanly. They'll redo the face-off. Want to take this opportunity to say Happy Valentine's Day to all of you Rock Lobster fans out there. Hope it's a good day for you and your significant others if you do have one. Face-off again, going to have to be redone. Hopefully some of you maybe got some roses, got taken out to a nice dinner tonight before watching some Rock Lobster hockey. Karyov will step back in for the draw. Milan couldn't control it after it came over to his side. Milan waiting for it in the slot. Comes back to Shinkarik. Straddles the blue line. Rips one in. Fired towards the net, and it's going to be still loose. Thought that Wahlgren had it covered. Referee had his whistle to his mouth, but never blew it. Milan behind the net. Tries to wrap around attempt. Can't get it to go. And it's Riley Robertson with the puck at the point. Slides it over to Shinkarik. Able to dance around one, but loses possession. And Danville with an opportunity here the other way. Nice defensive effort there by Robertson to block that pass from getting through. Puck behind the net. 15 minutes remaining here in this second period. Athens player gets dumped. That was Glukaryov on the near side. Puck on the far side. Fired towards the net. Bouncing around in front of Rosenzweig. Still being battled for. Nobody comes away with it. Robertson in the corner tying up a Danville player. Milan doing the same thing. Down below the end line, it's Slinger. His first game with Danville. Gets shoved down to the ice from behind. Shinkarik now will play some defense on him. Worked back up to the point and held in nicely. Mietzinen was the one who kept that puck in. Robertson with the puck down in the corner. Camera gets shifted over there. Puck cleared all the way out, almost into the bench of the Dashers. Delayed offsides. They can't touch it. Riley Robertson will take it in his own end. A lot of chaos in the neutral zone right now as both teams trying to change. Gallant comes on, giving chase as Danville tries to push the puck up towards the neutral zone. Intercepted. Here comes the Athens Rock Lobsters. A wind-up slap shot. And right on his money. A great save again from Wahlgren. And that will take us to our first commercial break with the Rock Lobsters and the Dashers still tied at 2 apiece.
UGA football player Amarius Mims suffered a serious injury. The quality care from the Piedmont team changed his life.
As a football player, my body is everything to me. When I got injured, I was worried about
my future in the game, but you and your team's expertise, care, and support reassured me from the start. I've been able to recover because of the quality care I received at Piedmont, and I am back playing at my full potential on the field. I can't thank you enough for what you've done for me, my family, and my future. Your help means the world to me, and I'll always be grateful for your part in keeping my dreams alive. How you doing?
Well, I didn't know you were going to be here.
Yes, sir.
I'm so proud of you. So happy for you. It gives me joy to see you out there on the field doing your thing.
You look good.
Appreciate you.
It's a good-looking ankle.
I'm trying to tell you.
Since 1968, we've been your trusted source for home comfort. From then to now, we've evolved, but our commitment to your comfort remains unchanged. Experience the expertise that only decades of dedicated service can provide. Trust Stanfield. We've been keeping homes comfortable for over 50 years. Your comfort, our legacy. Schedule online at stanfieldair.com.
Back underway with the Rock Lobsters with the puck in the offensive zone, coming off the offensive zone draw. Still with possession is Athens. A shattered stick for a Danville player. Skating in was Gallant. Fires the puck off the shoulder of Wahlgren. With the puck in his own end, it's Malott. Malik Johnson will give chase up the near board. Stepping in will be Greco to keep that puck alive. Johnson tried to glove it, could not do so. Danville quickly the other way. Back on defense is Kyle Russell. Tries to avoid the check of one, does so. Checks himself into the boards, keeps the puck. Virgili will skate it in the neutral zone. Puck all the way across. Malik Johnson tried to center a pass, could not do so, but finds Gallant on the opposite side boards. Trying to avoid the broken stick. Gallant's pass all the way across for Russell, who's down low. Back to the point. Greco thought about the shot, gives it back to Russell. He'll take it, deflects off the skate, and it will come out back to the neutral zone. I believe that was Nathan Malott who got the block on that opportunity. Virgili with an opportunity now for Athens. That puck goes behind the net. Malik Johnson will stop, tries to find Gallant. Now it's Garcia at the point bouncing. Puck goes around and finally finds its way to the corner. Mietinen will rifle it all the way down the ice. Won't be icing as Rosenzweig comes out to play it. Danville elect to give chase with 12.5 remaining here in the second period. They force a turnover, but Greco back defensively to take control of the puck for Athens. Avoids the check of one. Danville player loses his stick. Skated forward by Garcia. Dangerous play there. Hits his head. Looks like on the divider between the benches, but looks to be okay. Danville will come the other way. A centering pass gets deflected down nicely by an Athens defender. And it's cleared all the way down the ice where Wahlgren will step out of his cage to take the puck. Down low, it's Ronan. Tried to find Alden back at the right circle. Could not do so. Danville will elect to chip it out and skate it forward. Shinkarik back on defense, having to guard up against Roth. Backhanded pass. Tried to go cross ice to the opposite point. Could not get it there. It was intercepted. Athens brings it the other way. Dump in by Shinkarik. He'll take his spot at the point. Other players will go off for a change. That's Picard down in there deep, along with Alden. Glukaryov, fresh on the ice, gives chase as that puck is chipped high up and out of the zone. Delayed offsides. Is that what ended up going in? And now we got a fight in the corner after a shot after the whistle. Shinkarik throwing rights and lefts like it's nobody's business. Another Rock Lobster in down on the ice. That was Robertson. They took exception to O'Reilly's shot after the whistle, and I wouldn't be surprised here if it would be a 5-on-3 with now Shinkarik and Robertson both going to the box. It was a tough play. O'Reilly saw that shot, or rather saw that pass that was chipped way up high into the air and was just trying to judge it and didn't really know when that offsides was going to be called because he had his back to the official. Not much that he could have done. He's pumping up the crowd in the penalty box. So 2 Rock Lobsters in the box, 1 in the box for the Dashers. That'll be O'Reilly for the Dashers. Again, Robertson and Shinkarik for the Rock Lobsters. We'll see what they choose to do in terms of its 5-on-4, 5-on-3 offsetting penalties or what. But it was a high lob pass that hit right on the blue line, I believe, right as O'Reilly had collected it. Nonetheless, it was a close play, and I think any hockey player in that situation, you always are told, play to the whistle. And I think that whistle maybe came a little bit too late where O'Reilly was already committed to taking that shot. But good on Shinkarik and Robertson for backing up their goalie and taking exception. Again, we're still waiting on confirmation on what these calls are going to be. 11:18 remaining in this second period with the Rock Lobsters and the Dashers tied at 2. Still haven't updated it on the official scoring sheet. So only had the 2 penalties from the first period. Looks like Virgili over there, possibly Malik Johnson. Can't tell with only half the numbers showing, trying to get confirmation on what the call is. That is Malik Johnson over there. They haven't put anything up on the Danville broadcast either in terms of power plays or penalties. Right now it's looking, they have a Rock Lobster penalty, as you can see on your screen. but the face-off looks like it's going to be dropped in the defensive zone of the Rock Lobsters, so I don't think that is right. I believe it's going to be a penalty kill. That's a Leslie Jones Law penalty kill. Be good, but if you can't be good, you get caught in the penalty box. Call Leslie Jones Law. So it will be a penalty kill, for the Rock Lobsters, and a power play upcoming for Danville. Face-off going to be to the left of Josh Rosenswag before we get back underway. So ignore the power play for the Rock Lobsters in the bottom of your screen. Keep that timer up for the Dashers. As again, still waiting on some confirmation before we get back underway, and it does look like they're making that change on Danville broadcast. So again, Leslie Jones Law penalty kill upcoming here for Athens. Good opportunity here for Danville to try and take the lead. Now, last 5 games, the most goals they've scored in a game is 2. They've matched that total already here. Shinkarik out of the box, trying to have a conversation with the referee. Trying to maybe use that C to get some leverage, that C on his shoulder. Try and get some leverage and maybe a chance to talk to the officials. And I'm not sure if they're stepping aside for a break or not. So just to be safe, we will do so as well. No, we won't. No, we're coming back right back here. And we are back underway. Face-off is won by the Rock Lobsters and cleared out nicely. Milan the other way. Short-handed opportunity. Shoots a puck. That one saved by Walgren. Another opportunity just misses wide left. Milan giving chase, being pretty aggressive here on this power play before he elects to retreat. Rather on the penalty kill. Dashers come the other way. Skating in across the blue line. They'll chip it in and around. That's Horn with the possession of the puck along the near board. Slides it over to Malott before it's intercepted by the Rock Lobsters, who elect to just be patient with it. Skate around for a little bit. That's Milan before entering the zone. A nice toe drag move. Shoots it, and a puck off the shoulder of Walgren. Trying to follow it up was another Rock Lobster and batted out of midair. I believe that was Orko Weisblatt, and it was. Almost a nice goal there for the Rock Lobsters, shorthanded. Nonetheless, they have had the better of the scoring opportunities while Danville has had this man advantage. Here's Horn in the far corner. We'll leave it off for Zinchenko. Tried to rip it up the boards. Milan was there to intercept. He's been on for the whole minute and 6 seconds so far. Elects to pass it to Virgili, who will skate it forward. Virgili in the offensive zone as Milan thought about going for a change. Greco now tried to push it down to Virgili standing in front of the crease. Malik Johnson will come on to replace Milan. 36 seconds remaining on this power play. Virgili off a turnover. Hands it off to Malik Johnson. A quick shot turned away there by Walgren. Puck in the near corner being battled for, and we are going to have a stoppage of play. And I'm not quite too sure what the whistle is, but nonetheless, we will step aside for immediate timeout. When we come back, the Dashers and the Rock Lobsters still tied at 2.
There's only one place you can deck yourself out and represent Athens' first ever pro hockey team, the Rock Lobsters. Head to shop.rocklobstershockey.com to get your hats, shirts, and even jerseys now. Classic City Flats is a brand new apartment community in Athens, Georgia that redefines luxury living, offering a sleek and contemporary living experience. Our impeccably designed apartment homes boast sophisticated interiors, premium amenities, and exquisite finishes, providing residents with an unparalleled downtown living experience. Classic City Flats is excited to deliver luxury apartments that set the new standard of sophisticated living in Athens, Georgia. Classic City Flats, redefining your horizon of living. It's a historic season for all the hockey fans in Athens, and how can you celebrate without beer? The Athens Rock Lobster Clawshank Redemption is available exclusively at Terrapin Tap Room. Terrapin, do the right thing, always.
2-2 game here between the Dashers and the Rock Lobsters. Waiting to get back underway here with an offensive zone draw for Athens. 19 seconds remaining on the Leslie Jones Law penalty kill for the Rock Lobsters. Malik Johnson, Philip Virgili, the two forwards, with Greco and Garcia, the two defensemen. 9:41 remaining in this second period. Face-off is won cleanly by the Dashers over to the near boards. They'll take possession behind their own net. They'll skate it. Here's Juwan Davis across the blue line. Goes across the ice. A nice pass and a save there by Rosenzweig on the shot from Brawson. That will do it for the power play. Rock Lobsters back to even strength. Davis with the puck in the corner. Throws it out to the high point. Skating along the blue line. That was the Danville Dashers, and Miettinen, he fired a shot that just missed wide. Malik Johnson skates it across the blue line, and Greco will chip it down in deep. Johnson will give chase. However, they're going to blow play dead with 9:02 remaining for an offsides call. So again, Athens with the better of the scoring opportunities during that man advantage for Danville. The shorthanded opportunity for Milan. Almost an opportunity for Weisblatt, who nearly batted it out of midair. Face-off outside the Danville zone, one forward by the Rock Lobsters. Reller in behind the net, giving chase. With the puck, avoids the official, backhands it back down in deep, where Hunter Alden will take possession. He tried to throw a puck out in front. Reller was there but couldn't control it. Alden finds his own rebound. Back to the point. Kyle Russell will skate it in along the far boards. Rips a shot towards the net, but it gets deflected wide. And will be chipped back down in deep where Alden will take control. Has Reller in the slot. That was Ronan in the slot. As the Rock Lobsters still with possession. Reller rips one towards the net, just misses wide right. Or rather to the left of Wahlgren. Danville can't get possession of the puck. They finally do and will clear it all the way down the ice. Kolatarsi gives chase. No icing here on this play. Reller will skate it forward. Tries to go around one, gets impeded on his way in, and he will elect to go off for a change. It'll be a wholesale line change here for this Athens squad. Puck in the neutral zone, gets deflected, batted down. Danville will elect to just dump it in and have their guys go and get a line change. 7-7 are the shots here in this second period. As it's Glukaryov behind the goal line. Hands it off to his teammate in Weisblatt. Greco at the point fires a puck. It gets deflected over towards Robertson on the right side. With Shinkarik in the box, Robertson and Greco the pair. Weisblatt almost had the puck fall right to his backhand. Could not control it. Greco will step up and get skated right by. Milan at the blue line with the puck, just able to stop it from being moved forward by Sewardson. Now at the point, the shot from Prexler is almost corralled by Sewardson to get a nice juicy rebound. Nice move there between the legs for Wyzak. And Milan was there. Nobody there for Danville. And what was a beautiful pass there from Wyzak. Sewardson will pass it along. Here's Prexler. Spins around, goes back, passes it across. Wyzak fires a shot pass to the middle. No Danville Dasher was there to take control. Comes back out to the neutral zone, where again the Dashers will take possession and slow things down. Rock Lobsters, both teams making a change. Turned over at the Rock Lobster blue line. Next whistle, Shinkarik should be back out of the box for Athens. Gallant right in front of that penalty box, trying to regain possession after he lost it. Virgili having to give chase in his own defensive zone. A delayed penalty upcoming here, and I believe this is going to be a power play upcoming here for Athens. Rosenzweig was headed off of the ice. Trying to get confirmation on who this penalty is on, and it looks like it's actually Rosenzweig was headed off, but Virgili headed to the box. Trying to get a signal here. I heard the Danville broadcast say it might have been a holding the stick call. But nonetheless, the Dashers about to go back on the power play, which brings up another Leslie Jones Law penalty kill here for this Athens Rock Lobsters team. It'll be the third time they've been shorthanded tonight, have been able to kill off every opportunity up until this point. Puck going to be dropped here with 6:18 remaining in this second period. Face-off going to be won backwards by Danville. Fired towards the net. Miettinen shot. That one missed just to the wide left of the net. Miettinen with the puck again at the point. Hands it across. Deflected, and Orca Weisblatt has to be careful, being very patient with the puck before he cleared it. I think he thought he had more time than he did. Still gets the puck all the way down the ice. And Athens will get a couple players to change. Athens player takes a tumble at the blue line. Malik Johnson gets shoved down to the ice. Danville battling for possession. Puck comes out to the center. A pass across towards the net, being battered around. And Rosenzweig may have got a piece of that to push it over to the corner. Davis gets pushed off of the puck by Kolatarsi in the corner. Coming out is Murphy. To the point, he was looking for his teammate Miettinen at the point, but it ends up going all the way back to the Danville zone where they will have to reset with a minute remaining on the power play. Taken away by Malik Johnson in the neutral zone, being battled for in front of both benches. Alden giving chase to Zinchenko, who finally gets the puck cleared away. Danville will bring it forward the other way. Here's Horn. Fires a shot on towards Rosenzweig, but he makes a nice glove stop. And with 43 seconds to go on this Leslie Jones Law penalty kill, Athens looking solid so far. Haven't really given up that much zone time here in this third man-up opportunity for the Dashers. No, it did happen earlier, but it was a holding call on Virgili. That was what the penalty was officially, not holding a stick. Face-off won by Danville. They're on the attack once again. Rosenzweig standing up, makes a blocker save, pushes it towards the near side glass. 30 seconds remaining on the power play. Here's Zinchenko, passes it all the way across. Slinger, in his professional debut, has his shot blocked. Rothy at the point, slings it all the way down low. It's Zinchenko with it, back to Slinger. Rothy goes back across for Zinchenko. He fires a shot, that one straight into the corner. And nice keep in there by Lucas Rothy. As the power play is now over, great penalty kill there on the Leslie Jones Law penalty kill for the Rock Lobsters. Now 3 for 3 on the penalty kill tonight as they chip it forward, but not all the way out. Yes, it is going to be all the way out, their officials say. 4:07 remaining in this second period with the Rock Lobsters and the Dashers still tied here on the Athens Rock Lobster Network.
Since we opened in 1968, we've taken pride in our professional staff. Unparalleled customer service is our legacy. Experience the best, skilled hands and friendly faces. At Stanfield Air Systems, satisfaction is not just a guarantee, it's our tradition. Schedule online at stanfieldair.com.
Classic City Flats is a brand new apartment community in Athens, Georgia that redefines luxury living, offering a sleek and contemporary living experience. Our impeccably designed apartment homes boast sophisticated interiors, premium amenities, and exquisite finishes, providing residents with an unparalleled downtown living experience. Classic City Flats is excited to deliver luxury apartments that set the new standard of sophisticated living in Athens, Georgia. Classic City Flats, redefining your horizon of living. It's a historic season for all the hockey fans in Athens, and how can you celebrate without beer? The Athens Rock Lobster Clawshank Redemption is available exclusively at Terrapin Tap Room. Terrapin, do the right thing, always.
Back underway with Danville winning the faceoff backwards into their own end. 4 minutes remaining here in this second period. As Athens and the Dashers trying to break the deadlock at 2. As that puck rolls in on Rosenzweig, and he will bring that to a stoppage with 3:53 remaining here in the second period. Athens right now 7 shots in this second period compared to Danville's 9. Rock Lobsters with 17 in that first period, bring their game total to 24. Face off again, won by Danville, but it's pushed backwards, almost taken away by Gallant. Another player goes down for the Rock Lobsters. Seen a lot of players fall tonight around that blue line. Gallant brings it forward. Across the blue line, will spin back. Goes across to Virgili, and that puck in the air could not settle it. Garcia at the point will take it. He fires one towards the net, right on Walgren, who pushes it to the corner. Heavy hit in the corner. As Prexler will bring it forward for the Dashers. Davis could not control the puck. It'll be Garcia skating it forward now for Athens. Pushes it and chips it into the Rock Lobster bench, and that will draw a stoppage of play. 3:13 now remaining here in this second period. Again, Rock Lobsters and the Dashers tied at 2 apiece. Goal scoring here from Athens by Malik Johnson and Brandon Reller, both goals coming in the first period. On the other side, Blake Sewertson and Bowden Zinchenko, the goal scorers for Danville. Milan will skate it forward across the blue line, gets poked over towards Weisblatt by Glukaryov. His pass gets deflected. He was looking for Kolatarsi on the opposite side of the blue line, but could not get it to him. In the neutral zone, he'll just chip it down into the corner, and the Rock Lobsters will give chase. Mietinen skates it forward, was being watched by his opposite 77, and Glukaryov, who will again give chase. Player goes down. We'll see if that's a delayed penalty. It is not. A lot of play in the neutral zone here tonight. Both of these teams struggling at times to get the puck across each other's blue line. That one dumped all the way down and will be stopped for an icing call with 2:25 remaining in the second period. Big offensive zone draw upcoming here for Athens. A chance to possibly take the lead. We saw it kind of towards the end with 16:48 was the official goal scoring time for Brandon Reller. Similar kind of opportunity here if they can win the faceoff backwards, and they will. Kolatarsi takes a step, fires one. It gets blocked. Now it's Ronan's turn to fire one towards the net. That one just misses the net, rolls all the way up the near boards. Kept in by the Rock Lobsters before Danville forces a turnover and gets it out. Another puck chipped up and into the Danville bench with 2:11 remaining. So a puck into each bench here in the final 5 minutes of this period. Athens unable to do anything off that faceoff, but two great defensive efforts by Danville to get 2 blocks on the shots from Kolatarsi and Ronan. Be a faceoff inside of the Athens zone to the left of Josh Rosenswag. Another fast period here in this second period. Only 2:11 left. Both players going to be kicked out of the draw. It'll be Zinchenko to take it for the Dashers. Can't get a number. I believe that is Reller for the Athens Rock Lobsters. Puck cleared out to the neutral zone. Turnover. Wyzak tried to find him a lot on the opposite side. Reller almost there in the middle to get a nice takeaway and goal-scoring opportunity. At the point, it's Kyle Russell. He'll send one towards the net. Walgren gets a shoulder on it, keeps the puck in play. Fisher tried to go the other way, but could not do so as Athens was able to force the turnover. Finally, Danville able to get it into the zone. Trey Fisher giving chase. Zaloff in behind the net. Alden tried to clear it. It took a weird bounce off of a stanchion, collected by the Dashers, still in the Rock Lobster end. Zinchenko down low. It was Fisher. Spinning shot, deflected up high, and will roll into the corner. Rock Lobster going for it, takes a tumble. Zaloff fires one towards the net, was looking for a deflection there from Fisher, could not get it. Puck bounces in behind. Good pressure here by Danville with 1:05 remaining. Fired towards the net, that one misses and goes into the corner. Still with pressure, Athens unable to clear, and Zinchenko will skate it out to the neutral zone himself, but just as quickly as they exited, they re-enter. Fisher down low. Zinchenko with the shot. That one misses the net. It'll be Zlinger who tried to do the same thing but ended up turning it over. Athens going to try and get something before the end of the period. Here's Virgili. He's in around one. Oh, he loses the puck. Had Walgren down on all fours. Could not fire that puck into the net. 30 seconds remaining. Athens trying to make something happen. Player without a stick. That's Slinger in his own end. Basically 5-on-4 here for the Rock Lobsters right now. Kolatarsi, a one-time shot at the point. Ended up Going off the end of his stick, didn't get the shot that he wanted. Slinger able to pick back up his stick with 8 seconds remaining. Puck still in the Danville Dashers zone. A quick shot opportunity will bring a stoppage of play with 2 seconds remaining here in this second period. And we'll see again what happens with Athens on this draw. They were successful earlier on in this game on the Reller goal. Shot from Kolatarsi got the deflection on the big body in front from Reller. And it looks like it's going to be Weisblatt, Glukaryov, and Milan coming onto the ice. Kolatarsi right now, the defenseman. Athens with 6 guys on the ice. We'll see who they elect to take off. Or if they ended up pulling the goalie, which they did not. So Malik Johnson, Orca Weisblatt, Garrett Milan, who's directing traffic, trying to get everybody where he wants them. With 2 seconds remaining here in this second period, can Athens make something happen? 4 Dashers in front of the net. Face-off 1 to the corner, and the puck is not going to be able to be thrown on net in time. That will end period number 2 as the Dashers and the Rock Lobsters are tied at 2 at the end of 2. 40 minutes down, 20 minutes to go on the other side. If you were with us on Wednesday night, you heard Mateen earlier on in the week talk to Coach. You'll get to hear him again this time with another interview with head coach Steve Martinson.
Mateen Rad back with another Rock Lobster Coach's Corner in between 2 Wednesday night contests against the Columbus River Dragons. The first of those 2 games went to the good guys as the Rock Lobsters defeated Columbus 6-3. I'm joined, as always, with my guest, Steve Martinson. Coach Marty, that night started out, I'm sure, with some frustration on your part. A 2-hour delay takes the puck drop to around 9 o'clock, and yet it takes just a minute for your boys to find the back of the net. When you're already in the building, what do those delays look like from your perspective in the locker room, and what are you and the boys having to do to stay fresh and focused?
Well, I mean, the good thing is we knew early it was going to be delayed because their bus broke down at like 2 o'clock. So the guys were told to come to the rink an hour later, which, made an advantage for us. What's bad about it is your home crowd. You get people that aren't coming to the game now because they don't know when it's going to start. They don't know when it's going to be over. So that's the real hurtful part. But it's to our advantage when something like that happens from our players because they're in their locker room. They're comfortable and doing all kinds of different little things. And the other guys are, in a van and they're in the van down by the river. No, that's a bad joke. But no, they got to run around and get here. And then, we gave them a half an hour to get ready and get on the ice because we got to get the game going. I think they took a little bit longer. It was supposed to be a half hour, but I think they took like 40 minutes.
That first goal is just a great passage of play between your first line, Daniil Glukaryov, Orca Weisblatt, and Garrett Milan. It really feels like those are 3 different characters with different styles, but it really feels like they're meshing together really well right now as well. What do you think, what elements of those 3 play gives that line good chemistry?
Well, to start, they can all skate, and they're all strong guys and they're all physical. They all finish their checks. So not only do they provide a lot of offense, they play against the other team's first line just about game in and game out. So, they're also playing against the other team's best players. But they're just real complete players. None of them really have any, they're not missing anything. Sometimes you have a line where, one guy's maybe not good in front of the net or doesn't like to be in front of the net or is not good in the corner or maybe lacking speed or size or whatever. But that line kind of has it also. I'm not surprised that it's doing well. It should do well. They have everything you need.
We saw on the broadcast last Wednesday, it seemed apparent that Rosie was moving a bit gingerly. He's obviously the hot hand at the minute as he's the league's goalie of the month for January, but is he nursing any kind of knock right now?
Well, he did. He had a little bit of he was a little bit stiff on his ankle during the game. He got bumped into but it's nothing that's keeping him out from playing now. He should be 100% today. We haven't been on the ice yet today. It's we had a weekend off. Still, some of the guys that went out of town are traveling back, so he should be 100% today.
Garrett Milan, the reigning FPHL player of the month, and he is within striking distance of the top scoring spot in this league behind Binghamton's Tyson Kirkby. I'm sure that Millsy's potential to do something like this, what he's doing right now, is the biggest reason why you signed him. But has there been anything, his level, his consistency, his leadership, that has surprised you so far this season?
Not really. Once I saw him play, you know what I mean? It's not like I've seen him play a lot, but, once I saw him and, the type of game that he can play, and I love puck carrying teams. I mean, that's what I think. It's the most fun to play. It's the most enjoyable to watch. And he's a puck carrier. He's a good skater, really good skater, and he can turn. The only way you can possess the puck in the offensive zone is you've got to be able to maneuver with speed, and you've got to be able to cut back and get her. It's called a good outside edge push to escape players, and guys that can't do that, guys that have just straight out speed but don't have that in tight cornering stopping, and you see in the NHL that's really big now. But that's the only way you could have puck possession in the offensive zone, and on our team, Garrett, he's at the top of the food chain of being able to do that.
It looks like we set up Kaysen DeLant perfectly with our talks about him last week. 2 power play goals for that young man, and now he's tied for 3rd in power play goals in this league. You've told me before that the organization is trying to do, or what they're trying to do here is win and also help players find the next level. When you look into the crystal ball, what kind of future do you see for Case?
Well, I mean, I think the sky's the limit for him, and right now he's still developing his game, because you've seen it, like we talked about. I think he's the most improved player on the team. But I also think that he's one of the most serious guys, and when it comes to, his hockey and getting better, and, sometimes players come from different levels and different programs, and you don't really know what they've either been taught or been asked to be, to learn, or what the expectations are. So, here it's the first time I've really had a team that nobody ever played for me. So, usually you have a few guys that can help lead the way. So, Colin's just a lot of fun. He's got a smile on his face all the time. Although he's unhappy if he's not doing well, if the team's not doing well, but fortunately that doesn't happen very often. So, I think he's just going to keep filling it at a higher pace as the season goes on.
Your team executed excellently Wednesday, but there was also an element where Columbus looked really flat at certain points of the game. You've played this team a ton already. In your opinion, how much did their travels to Binghamton and that broken down bus ride to Athens contribute to their lack of cohesion?
Well, I mean, it's gonna play in. I mean, you talk about trying to not have it play in, but what I didn't like about the game is we gave them, we were bad. We were weak defensively on all 3 of their goals. I mean, just weak. The last one was really painful to watch. Guys swinging to the zone, a couple of guys, dealing with more out at the blue line. More knocks down Reller, and Portillo stops and starts getting into a pushing thing, and the play's going on. And then one of our defensemen goes down. And if you go down and you don't get the puck, then you're like a turtle on your back, and that's exactly what he was. And we did it against the other team's first line. So I really didn't like that last play. We had a defenseman run out of position on the second goal, and the first one their big guy just came right to the front of the net. We just let him, hammer the puck away. Nobody paid attention to him. So we were weak defensively on those goals. But going back to their team, I don't spend a lot of time. I think they have a hard time with our speed. I think some of the defensemen struggle against our speed, and that's what we want to do, is continue to work on playing at a really fast pace.
I'm not sure if you knew this or not. You might have seen over on their bench that something wasn't normal. Columbus was also without their head coach, Jerome Bouchard. I believe he was sick with the flu, which is going around right now. How hard can it be for a team that would set without the go-to?
I never noticed that. I never noticed that he wasn't on the bench.
I believe one of the players.
He had a medical issue. It wasn't a flu. So I was told ahead of time that he wasn't going to be there, and they asked me to help with the roster if anything to do with the lineup card, because like me, they don't have a full-time assistant coach. So they have players that do it. So my understanding is okay. He's had some so he's good to go, and I'm sure he's back in the lineup now, or he's back on the bench now.
The River Dragons then got to go back home to Columbus, which I'm sure was a sight for sore eyes for them. They had 2 dominant wins against Mississippi. Obviously, the Seawolves have had their own issues this year, but nevertheless, are you expecting a different looking Columbus team from last Wednesday?
Well, whether they'll be flat or not, I don't know. I mean, I don't mean to be honest. I'm just looking at make sure like we had the weekend off, and when you do that, you just can't take things for granted. We've been rolling pretty good, and we got to make sure we have a good practice today, good practice tomorrow. Make sure that our tempo that is there. We're guys appreciate the break, but now it's time to get back to work. We just got to make sure we're skating.
Speaking of Columbus, you've picked up one of their old netminders and someone I know River Dragon fans really liked. William Lavaliere joins the Rock Lobsters. What made the goaltender position one that you wanted to strengthen, and how do you think Willie does that?
Well, he brings us the most experience, and we've got some young goalies, and we had Best here, and then Dominic, and the only issue with that is when you're looking. We're playing for all the marbles, and if the situation comes up where you don't have to take maybe as much of a chance on a especially a key position like goaltending, and when Willie became available, to me it was like, okay, you got to do this, and whether the young goalies could be just as good or not, to me maybe that's something that then you're dealing with, the advantage of having a younger team and all that, but it's a key position, and you lose goalies in this league either to injury, and sometimes you lose them to the ECHL or whatever. So we lost a goalie to Peoria, so it was something that I didn't want to take for granted. And when I found out that he was going to be available, I just had to sign him.
In other news, Justin Portillo loaned to the Cincinnati Cyclones for his second ever foray into the ECHL. Big opportunity for Ports back in the coast in his home state. I was wondering, Ports had that fight against Shaheen a week and a half ago that went semi-viral in the hockey community. For a player Ports' profile, do you know if that played any part in his move up?
I would think so. I mean, they're bringing him in for toughness. They had an issue on the weekend, and coach didn't like the way the team responded and wanted to get somebody that that he could count on to play a certain style. So. But when you have good fights, it gets around, and sometimes that's how people find out about you. And I remember one year I had talked to Glenn Sather in the summertime, and I had an offer from the Flyers and an offer from Edmonton, and Edmonton told me, it says, we never heard about you until today. And, if you can fight, you can make, we have a spot here. And so sometimes people find out through certain, word of mouth, or now it's all video, and then opportunity arises.
After Columbus, your attention turns to the Dashers Hockey Club. As we speak, their losing streak stands at 30 games, and it is the longest in pro hockey history. We've played them twice in Danville this season. What are your thoughts on that whole situation over there?
Well, the reality, I mean, they weren't given much of an opportunity to have success. They have a small staff. They're understaffed. And to be able to, it isn't like it's a market that's had a lot of success. It's not in a warm climate. So it doesn't really have a lot of things that, like you look at Binghamton, they used to have an American League, team there. They got a fabulous locker room. They got a weight room. It's in a hockey area, in a hockey town, in St. Port. So everybody has their little bit of advantages, and I'm not sure they have a lot there. So, you need to get somebody in there that has, recruiting, background, and because it's a harder sell. I coached in Elmira, New York, in the ECHL, and people that have never had to recruit to those type of areas, they don't really know what it's like. They have no idea what it's like. And I saw a coach go from Florida where everybody calls you, and then he was in Iowa and they were in last place. And he wasn't used to having recruiting and the work that you go into it. So I don't think that organization has been given much of a chance, to have success. And they're probably happy that we're coming back because we're the only team that they beat. But, I think the next night we beat them 10-2. We had like 60 shots on goal the night that I've never seen a goalie stand on his head and get more help from posts. And we hit him in the forehead a couple of times. So we're going to go in there to get 9 points. So that game that we had before is not happening again.
And Coach, I hate to finish it off with a cheesy question. I'm sure you'll bust my chops about it later. But coming up is Valentine's Day. And someone that we haven't had a chance to talk about is the person that you've spent the most of your years celebrating Valentine's Day with, your wife, Michelle. And she's been a big part of the organization thus far, helping out on the merchandise side. And I was curious what the beginning of this journey has been like, taking it with your wife, and just how great it's been to have her on this journey with you thus far.
Well, it was tough for a while because we were working on the team store. It was at our apartment. And, it was okay. I said, I had a joke because when it was at our house, we had the team store at our house, but we got a big house. When we were at the apartment, we're living in the team store. So that part of it was getting a little bit dicey. And then I was a free employee for it. And I'm like, I'm working overtime here all the time. And still, we enjoy working together. And I'm she'll ask me about hats and, which hat I like. And I'm like, it's like that puzzle that you have to find a little bit of difference between. And so sometimes I get a little bit, I spend more time on that store than maybe I shouldn't say that, is not as much as I used to. But what really gets her is when I'm not around the players. And then, because I've always been kind of somebody that likes to tease people. And my mom used to say, you can't tease a teaser, because I always tell people I can dish it out, but I don't take it very well. But she likes it when I'm coaches and the players are around, because she thinks that I lay off of her a little bit and just tease the players. So that's my inside story on that.
Well, thanks for entertaining me with that question, Coach. I appreciate you taking the time today. The River Dragons and then the Dashers coming up for the Rock Lobsters. We'll see you next time, Coach.
UGA football player Amarius Mims suffered a serious injury. The quality care from the Piedmont team changed his life.
As a football player, my body is everything to me. When I got injured, I was worried about
my future in the game, but you and your team's expertise, care, and support reassured me from the start. I've been able to recover because of the quality care I received at Piedmont, and I am back playing at my full potential on the field. I can't thank you enough for what you've done for me, my family, and my future. Your help means the world to me, and I'll always be grateful for your part in keeping my dreams alive. How you doing?
Well, I didn't know you were going to be here.
Yes, sir.
I'm so proud of you. So happy for you. It gives me joy to see you out there on the field doing your thing.
You look good.
Appreciate you.
It's a good-looking ankle.
I'm trying to tell you.
Meet our professional team, where the best customer service is our promise. With over 5 decades of expertise, trust Stanfield to keep you comfortable. Schedule online at stanfieldair.com.
It's a historic season for all the hockey fans in Athens, and how can you celebrate without beer? The Athens Rock Lobster Clawshank Redemption is available exclusively at Terrapin Tap Room. Terrapin, do the right thing, always. There's only one place you can deck yourself out and represent Athens' first ever pro hockey team, the Rock Lobsters. Head to shop.rocklobstershockey.com to get your hats, shirts, and even jerseys now. Classic City Flats is a brand new apartment community in Athens, Georgia that redefines luxury living, offering a sleek and contemporary living experience. Our impeccably designed apartment homes boast sophisticated interiors, premium amenities, and exquisite finishes, providing residents with an unparalleled downtown living experience. Classic City Flats is excited to deliver luxury apartments that set the new standard of sophisticated living in Athens, Georgia. Classic City Flats, redefining your horizon of living. Farm Burger is defined by its mission, its farms, its team, and its family. In 2008, our co-founders gathered around a single idea: redefine the burger by bringing together a community of ranchers, farmers, chefs, restaurateurs, and eaters. Our promise is to strive every day and with every burger to uphold these core values to each and every one of you. We do that by holding ourselves to a higher standard. Grass-fed and grass-finished, that means our cattle are never fed grain. Our belief feeds our mission, and our mission is to feed you.
Back back here on the Athens Rock Lobster Network. Bryce Gobert filling in for Mateen Rat as we are about ready for third period action between the Athens Rock Lobsters and the Danville Dashers. Knotted up at 2 apiece with 40 minutes down and only 20 minutes to go. You see the stats for the game on your screen. 26 shots for Athens unofficially in this one compared to 22 for the Dashers. Athens with 9 shots in that second period. Danville with 11. No goal scored in that second period as we await the start of the third period. Hopefully the still frame doesn't stay still for too long as the Rock Lobsters trying to find a goal in this one to try and get it back to their 7th consecutive win. While we have a moment, take a second to thank some of our sponsors. Want to shout out Aero Exterminators, Northeast Distributing Company, Aegis Trust Company, De Palma's Italian Cafe, Leslie Jones Law, Porterhouse Grill, Farm Burger, Fox's Pizza, and 23 Design, as well as Athens Area Urology. You're in good hands with Athens Area Urology. Plumber Pro, Hospitality South, Athens Coca-Cola Bottling Company, Classic City Flats, the home of the Rock Lobsters, Harmon Enterprises, and Roto-Rooter. Appreciate all of our sponsors for help making this broadcast possible as we are ready to get underway from Danville. The third period, 40 minutes down, 20 minutes to go as we are underway. Robertson skates back at his own end to get possession of the puck. Milan, Weisblatt, and Glukaryov line starts off the third period. Weisblatt will give chase to the dump in by Milan. Thrown towards the net. Robertson chipped in from his defensive position. Carter Shinkarik still in the box. I believe still haven't gotten confirmation on what his penalty is. Still can see it. So they're actually gave him a 10-minute misconduct, did Carter Shinkarik, for creating an altercation as the Rock Lobsters almost find one in the back of the net. A near goal-scoring opportunity just a couple seconds into this period. Another shot that just goes wide off the deflection from Glukaryov. Down low, battling for it. It's Milan behind the goal line. Back up to the point. Greco fires one towards the net. That one, a nice save there from Walgren. Athens still trying to get control of it, but Danville and Horn will skate it out of the zone. Here comes the Danville Dashers. Saw somebody in the chat say earlier that little marking on the glass behind the Rock Lobster bench looks like the puck, and that it does. Milan, a nice move, gets taken down. No penalty going to be called here. Now it'll be Milan, still in there. And the Rock Lobsters almost get one to go, but another save there by Walgren keeps the puck out. Greco in his own end will push the pace forward. Here comes Athens once more. Gallant with the puck. Fires a shot, and a great save there by Walgren. Before that one is able to squeak behind, it's similar to how Danville scored their first goal on that puck that was just got through Rosenzweig. That time, Walgren was able to hold on to it, squeeze it tight, and draw the stoppage of play. As we remain 5-on-5 here in this third period. So Shinkarik was sent to the box at 8:42 of that period. Still waiting to see when he will get out. Greco has the puck in his skates, loses it for a second, patient with it. We'll pass it back down the far board. Shot towards the net, deflected. May have caught Virgili, who was standing in front creating a screen. Gallant slides it over to Russell. His shot, that one a shoulder save up into the netting. And with 18:11 remaining, still tied at 2 apiece. Another offensive zone draw upcoming here for Athens. Again, a happy Valentine's Day to all 202 of you watching this Athens Rock Lobster stream. Appreciate you spending your Friday night here in the FPHL on the Athens Rock Lobster Network. Face-off won by Athens. Taken back to the point. Russell will straddle the blue line. Slides it back over to Virgili on the backhand. His shot gets deflected and knocked down. Pressing is Virgili. Gets the takeaway. Gallant in the slot. The shot just misses the net. Gets his own rebound. Tries to go between the legs. Could not do so. And Danville takes it away. Going back on defense is Russell. Has to get there in time, and he will. Prexler was the one who was on the forecheck, but a turnover in the defensive zone. Athens regains possession. Gallant on the backhand. Flips it towards neutral ice. And that's about as far as it gets. Batted back into the zone by a hand of a Dasher player. Athens will dump it all the way down the ice. No icing called. Trying to clear it off the boards were the Dashers. Here's Ronan centering pass. That one can't find another Rock Lobster in the slot. Kolatarsi keeps the puck in the zone. Behind the net, Picard. Waiting for the puck. Will not get it. Ronan will spin. Kolatarsi at the point. Fires one towards the middle of the ice. That one just misses wide with Picard and Ronan standing net front. Here's Russell. Been on the ice a long time. Goes back to Picard. A one-time shot for Kolatarsi. Brings down Wahlgren all the way down to his butt, but makes a nice save. Clears the puck. Wahlgren looking for his first win of the season. Makes a nice save. And with the Dashers tied 2-2, giving the Rock Lobsters some problem with Athens in search of their 7th consecutive victory. Dashers trying to avoid losing their 31st game in a row. Miettinen in his own end will take possession of it, fire it over towards the neutral zone. Miettinen forward again, brings it across the blue line. One-time opportunity high above the net. Reaching at it there was Rosenzweig. Nice quick shot there from Zinchenko. Down low, it's Kolatarsi in the far corner. Can't possess it. Skating around. Zinchenko's shot. That one also whistles wide and goes up and out of play with 6:08 remaining here in the third period. Still a 2-2 game between these two. Looks like Shinkarik is out of the box. You see him skating over towards the faceoff circle. Could be a reason why Athens maybe hasn't looked their best in that second period. They didn't have one of their main opportunity creators on the ice for a lot of that period in Carter Shinkarik. Defensive zone draw to Rosenzweig's left, and look who has the puck right away. It is Shinkarik. Passes it forward to Weisblatt as Athens tries to break out of its own end. Milan with the puck. Shinkarik will push it forward. Glukaryov, his shot, and that one stopped. A rebound attempt by Milan. That one doesn't fall. Weisblatt behind the net, hands it off to Milan. Tried to go cross ice to Shinkarik, couldn't connect with the pass. Shinkarik tried to skate back for it, and it's a dangerous opportunity. Here comes Danville. They shoot. Oh, and they can't put it in. Rosenzweig may have made a save with his backside there on a great opportunity from Salav. Oh, my goodness. Danville with a great opportunity there to take the lead. Now it's Athens the other way. Can't see what's happening right now. Puck towards the net. Salav gloves it down towards the ice as that one is all the way down and will be stopped for icing. 15-15 remaining here in this third period. Rock Lobsters just trying to find something here. Give them some life, something to work on. An offensive zone draw may be exactly what they need. Virgili going to be facing off against Trey Fisher in the face-off circle to the right of Wahlgren. Face-off is one backwards to Greco. Down the near wall. Athens the shot, and it just misses wide. Virgili will give chase. That was Gallant with that shot. Virgili with the puck, pushes it back towards Greco at the blue line. Back to Virgili. He'll slide it on over to Gallant. Virgili goes down. Will slide it all the way over to the corner, did Gallant. Where Virgili picks it up. Pass all the way across the ice, intended for Greco. Could not be completed. It goes all the way back down into the Athens end. And the Rock Lobsters will choose to reset. Virgili with the puck. A backhand attempt. That one just goes wide. Russell down there had his stick tied up. Couldn't get the rebound. Wyzak, the flip all the way down the ice. Skating forward and evading the icing is going to be Brazen. Athens Rock Lobster player goes down behind the net. Malik Johnson on the far boards will take it and skate it out. Couple Rock Lobsters coming off for a change. Picard going to come on. Give chase right away. That's Virgili behind the net with Picard looming. Puck being battled for. Pushing it along to Rothy was the Danville Dashers. They'll just clear it out of the zone quickly. And Athens, again, trying to push pace here. That's what they've been trying to do all game. Collision at the bench as that shot is on net. Rosenzweig, the nice save. Greco has to be careful. Has had a Danville Dasher right on him. Alden chips the puck forward into the Danville zone, but it's an instant turnover. Big collision at center ice. Both players still standing. Alden will push it over to the right side for Kolatarsi. We'll have to turn back. We'll hand it off to Greco. 13:30 remaining here in this third period. These two teams still knotted up at 2. Here's Reller entering the zone. He'll skate in. Reller's shot. That one misses the net wide. Garcia will keep it in. Trying to keep the pressure on was Alden. Could not do so. Will battle for it behind and end up getting possession back. Tried a nice between the legs backwards pass, but couldn't complete it. Reller towards the net. Alden was right there, but it goes right through the crease. Another puck in the neutral zone gets chipped into the Rock Lobsters end. Or Colatarsi will be patient, wait for his guys to get up ice. Being watched closely there by Davis. Colatarsi just playing the patience game. Davis will finally think about the press, but gives up on it. The Milan, Weisblatt, and Glukaryov line on the ice right now. It'll be Picard to skate it forward. Gets it into the Danville zone, but it's an instant turnover. One-on-one opportunity here for the Dasher. Dasher goes down. It'll be a shot from the right side that Rosenzweig had to be weary of. Davis, cross-ice pass, and a great glove save there by Rosenzweig. A whistle. Did that puck cross the goal line? It was a battle for it at the net. Haven't seen a signal. I don't think it's going to be a goal. But nonetheless, action piling up here in Danville between these two teams. Still tied at 2, looking for the game-winning goal, which could be found in the next couple minutes. Stay tuned here on the Athens Rock Lobster Network.
Classic City Flats is a brand new apartment community in Athens, Georgia that redefines luxury living, offering a sleek and contemporary living experience. Our impeccably designed apartment homes boast sophisticated interiors, premium amenities, and exquisite finishes, providing residents with an unparalleled downtown living experience. Classic City Flats is excited to deliver luxury apartments that set the new standard of sophisticated living in Athens, Georgia. Classic City Flats, redefining your horizon of living.
Since 1968, we've been your trusted source for home comfort. From then to now, we've evolved, but our commitment to your comfort remains unchanged. Experience the expertise that only decades of dedicated service can provide. Trust Stanfield. We've been keeping homes comfortable for over 50 years. Your comfort, our legacy. Schedule online at stanfieldair.com.
It's a historic season for all the hockey fans in Athens, and how can you celebrate without beer? The Athens Rock Lobster Clawshank Redemption is available exclusively at Terrapin Tap Room. Terrapin, do the right thing. Always.
12:18 remaining here in the third period. Dashers and Rock Lobsters in a deadlock at 2. Haven't had any goal scoring since the first period. Similar to Wednesday night when the Rock Lobsters and the Columbus River Dragons couldn't get any goals scored in that second period. Didn't have a couple earlier on in the third than we have right now. Still tied up at 2. Puck in the Athens zone. Going to be skated out here and ahead. Here comes the Rock Lobsters. Skating forward. A pass in. The shot getting tripped up and going down. Couldn't see who that was. I believe that was Glukaryov, and finally a cover here. We'll get a stoppage of play. Don't see any penalties coming up for what just happened, as Glukaryov, with a full head of steam towards the net, got taken down. We'll bring up an offensive zone draw here with 11:57 remaining. Walgren had a good night here so far. He's faced a lot of shots here from this Athens team. Trying to get the official number right now. 38 shots on net, 12 shots on net for Athens already in this period alone. Shinkarik from the point, and that one misses wide. And Glukaryov will give chase to it. Here's Weisblatt looking for a pass. Tried to center it. Milan was streaking in, but could not collect it. And it'll be quickly the other way here for the Dashers. Shot on net, and that one just misses wide. Rosenzweig watched it roll through his crease all the way back into the Danville end. O'Reilly giving chase to it. Had the goal back in the second period get waved off on the offside. That ended up being a 10-minute misconduct for Carter Shinkarik. So he sat out for a while. Shinkarik with the puck right now. Down the near boards, trying to create an opportunity here. Puck gets chipped down to the zone as Shinkarik was tripped up. Ronan had to go back in the neutral zone and give chase. And the Rock Lobster is going to be called for offsides here, 11:01 remaining. Another face-off outside of the zone for Danville. Again, if you're just joining us, 2-2 at the end of the first period. Haven't had any goals since. Goals on the Danville side from Blake Sewardson and Bowden Zinchenko. And on the Rock Lobster side, Malik Johnson and Brandon Reller getting the 2 tallies for Athens here tonight. Kyle Russell moves the puck forward into the neutral zone. Malik Johnson pushes it along. Gallant runs into the Danville defender back down deep. At the point, it's Russell. Gives the puck away and has his stick slashed out of the hands. That will be a penalty. And the Rock Lobsters back headed to the Leslie Jones Law penalty kill. It was unfortunate, but it possibly may have saved a goal if Russell did not slash basically the stick out of the hand of the Danville attacker. Again, could not see who that was. So it'll be Milan and Weisblatt, the 2 forward penalty killers, with Robertson and Shenkarik, the 2 penalty killer defenders. Face-off going to be to the left of Josh Rosenswag. Zach Horn in on the draw. Face-off won backwards by Milan. Taken and swung all the way around the boards, unable to be kept in, as that puck will be cleared all the way down the ice. Lucas Rothy unable to keep that puck in at the blue line. Puck rolled into the zone. Skating in with it was Zalov. Milan takes it behind the net, tried to clear it out, couldn't get enough mustard on it to get it all the way out of the zone. Puck thrown towards the net, bouncing around. And the Rock Lobsters will hand it off into the corner. I believe that was Shenkarik who batted it away. Good move at the blue line by Rothy to shake off one Rock Lobster defender. Behind the net, it's Horn. Now back to Rothy. Near side. A pass all the way across intended for Slinger is kept in nicely after losing control of it. Horn behind the net, working his way up the near side boards. We'll hand it off to Rothy. He's met with the collision. Rock Lobster is going to be able to clear off of that miscommunication. Danville trying to just break into the zone. Have had decent zone time here with 9.5 remaining and about 50 seconds on the power play, but have really not been able to get one good look at goal. Player goes down. That was Rothy for Danville, as the Rock Lobsters again just going to clear that one all the way down the ice. Malik Johnson giving chase to it and getting there. Virgili was going towards the net but ended up turning away. Don't think he thought that Malik Johnson was going to get there. And again, Danville going to have to reset, skating it forward. Miettinen was the one skating it forward, brought it into the zone. Cross-check into the back, one of the Rock Lobsters down low. Miettinen slides it across. The shot, Rosenswag right there to make the save. Followed that puck all the way across the ice on the shot there from Trey Fisher. Was able to knock that one down. And while we have some time, we'll get a chance to thank some of our big sponsors here tonight, one of them being Piedmont Athens Regional. Real change lives here. Also want to thank Akins Ford. Akins Ford is the largest Ford dealership in Georgia. If you're going to trust anyone, why not trust the biggest and the best? Stanfield Air Systems, we spent the last 50 years fulfilling Athens' HVAC needs. First American Bank, we specialize in you. And finally, Terrapin Beer Company, do the right thing. Always. When we come back, more action from Danville.
Farmburger is defined by its mission, its farms, its team, and its family. In 2008, our co-founders gathered around a single idea: redefine the burger by bringing together a community of ranchers, farmers, chefs, restaurateurs, and eaters. Our promise is to strive every day and with every burger to uphold these core values to each and every one of you. We do that by holding ourselves to a higher standard. Grass-fed and grass-finished, that means our cattle are never fed grain. Our belief feeds our mission, and our mission is to feed you.
Back here in Danville, taking a look at the conference standings there real quickly. You saw Danville with only one win standing at the bottom of the Empire Division. Face-off is won backwards by the Rock Lobsters as we're back underway. Only a couple seconds remaining on the Leslie Jones Law penalty kill. Athens trying to make something of it. Short-handed opportunity by Milan is deflected away, and that power play is going to be over. So Athens has killed off every opportunity that the Dashers have had with the extra man on the ice. Yettinen, a puck forward, could not be controlled on the opposite side of the red line. A lot of play in the neutral zone. Glukaryov takes control of it. Milan in. Will pass it back to Shinkarik. Robertson has him if he wants him. Shinkarik will fire the shot. Gets deflected. Milan will get control of it. Wanted to pass it to Robertson. Couldn't get control of it. His shot is saved by the right pad of Walgren. Here's Shinkarik. Chips it back over to Milan. Able to get possession of it in the high slot. Milan. A backwards pass to Weisblatt. Robertson has the screen. The shot. Another save there by Walgren. Battled for along the near boards, gets poked out towards the circle, and finally, the Danville Dashers are able to clear it. Scary moments there if you're a Dasher fan. Rock Lobsters on the attack. They're pressing hard again. Into the zone. Shinkarik's shot. That gets blocked before it can get to the net. Still working with it. It's Shinkarik at the blue line. Gets tangled up. Puck in his skates. Cannot control it. Other way, it's Danville, and Athens Rock Lobster gets tripped up. That was Glukaryov. Rock Lobsters wanted the penalty, don't get the call. Malik Johnson gets the puck at the Danville blue line. Fires a cross-ice pass that can't be converted. Virgili's slap shot. That one goes all the way across to the opposite boards. Another shot fired towards the net, and they score! The Rock Lobsters have their breakthrough! Greco from the point, another long-range blast that finds its way past Walgren, and the Rock Lobsters lead by 1. What a goal there. Again, we'll see if that got deflected before it made its way into the net, but nonetheless, the Rock Lobsters have found their breakthrough on the shot from Greco, and we will see who gets full credit for the goal, but nonetheless, exactly what Athens needed. Exactly what they needed. Tied or leading for a lot of this game, and they finally get the lead back. Here they come again, hungry for more. Russell giving chase, the defenseman in deep. Working his way behind the net. No Rock Lobster covering for him at the blue line, so that puck escapes all the way to the neutral zone. He'll have to get it himself. Dumped back in. Miettinen will backhand it up along the far side for Rothi. It'll be Kaysen Gallant getting in on the scoring action officially. He got the deflection as that puck was sent towards the net. Make it now 7 points in his last 3 games for Gallant. Had a goal, a power play goal, and an even strength goal versus Columbus last time out. And with 6 minutes remaining here, may have just gotten a massive clinching goal for Athens to get their second consecutive. Still plenty of time for Danville to try and tie it up, so we won't get ahead of ourselves just yet. Athens just giving Danville all they got. Picard on his way in on the backhand. Couldn't beat Walgren 5-hole. Shots right now 16-5 in favor of the Rock Lobsters in this third period. Another whistle and another stoppage of play. And I see a penalty box door opening and a Rock Lobster going in there. Another Leslie Jones Law penalty kill upcoming here for the Rock Lobsters. They have not been able to stay out of the box tonight. This will be penalty number 6 on Athens. Have killed every man advantage opportunity up to this point, but none of them are going to be bigger than this one. We saw this on Wednesday night whenever Athens was up 6-3. Columbus ended up having basically a power play for the rest of the game. They ended up scoring on 1. Made it 6-4. That's all they got. Face-off is won by the Dashers. Zinchenko on the near boards. He gets pickpocketed off the board. Skating forward, it's Milan. A slap shot. He shoots. That's saved by Wahlgren. Milan has been a pest on this penalty kill. Not made it easy. His shorthanded threat consistently. Here's Horn. Throws a puck along the near boards. Nobody was there, and Robertson will send that one all the way down the ice. Under 5 minutes to play here in the third period, about a minute and a half remaining on this Leslie Jones Law penalty kill. Malik Johnson causing mayhem in the Danville zone. Dashers unable to break it out right now. Rothy, he'll send it around. As Bronson will be able to finally get it at least to the neutral zone. Here's Horn. Fires one towards the net. Gets deflected and stopped actually before it got to Rosenzweig. In the slot, it's Horn again. His shot, that one misses wide. Rosenzweig way out of his crease to play that puck. Accidentally kicking it out was Zinchenko after the nice keep-in opportunity. Miscommunication there between two Dashers. That puck is turned over at the Rock Lobster blue line and kept pushing forward. A Rock Lobster goes down. 38 seconds remaining here on the man-up opportunity. Here's Davis, far side. Miettinen brings it in, has Davis at the point as an option. Miettinen now behind the goal line. Has a player in front, that was Murphy. Now it's going to be O'Reilly. With the puck in the circle, a quick pass over to Prexler. He couldn't end up pulling off the shot. O'Reilly shot. Oh, another great goal-scoring opportunity for Davis on the near side. And he fanned and whiffed on the first-time opportunity. And with 3:29 remaining, we will head to a media timeout with the Rock Lobsters leading by 1 in Danville, trying to win their 7th consecutive game.
UGA football player Amarius Mims suffered a serious injury. The quality care from the Piedmont team changed his life.
As a football player, my body is everything to me. When I got injured, I was worried about
my future in the game, but you and your team's expertise, care, and support reassured me from the start. I've been able to recover because of the quality care I received at Piedmont, and I am back playing at my full potential on the field. I can't thank you enough for what you've done for me, my family, and my future. Your help means the world to me, and I'll always be grateful for your part in keeping my dreams alive. How you doing?
Well, I didn't know you were going to be here.
Yes, sir.
I'm so proud of you. So happy for you. It gives me joy to see you out there on the field doing your thing.
You look good.
Appreciate you.
It's a good-looking ankle.
I'm trying to tell you.
.327 officially remaining, and the Rock Lobsters will be well on their way to their 7th consecutive victory, trying to hand Danville their 31st consecutive loss of the season. You see the standings right there for the Continental Division with Athens. Only 20, I was looking at the standings earlier. I want to make sure I have this correct. But Athens has played 5 less games than the Carolina Thunderbirds, and I want to say 5 less games as well than Columbus, and are sitting at that 65-point mark as we're back underway. And the power play is now over, so Athens get the kill again. But in good shape right now are the Rock Lobsters as they almost find their 4th. Puck still being battled for. It's loose. Wahlgren finally able to cover it up after 14 seconds tick away off the clock. Little meeting of minds at the net. And everyone will walk away cleanly. A couple players for Danville checking on Wahlgren as he's a little slow to get up. Still taking a quick minute to get his bearings straight. Nonetheless, with 3:12 remaining officially on the clock, Danville in need of a goal to try and force overtime. Face-off won by the Rock Lobsters. Russell over to Greco, who assisted on the Gallant goal. Behind the net, Athens playing the patience game, this time in the offensive zone. Greco at the point. will slide it back down the far side board. Skating in front, it's Weisblatt. Hands it off to Milan. His shot gets blocked, and he'll get it right back. Skates it behind the goal line, being pressed up by one Danville dasher. Gets it back to the point. Greco's shot. That one gets deflected before it finds Walgren. And here comes the Dashers. See what time they elect to pull the goalie at. Won't be able to see it, so we'll have to go by the Danville broadcast. Miettinen had a stick tied up there by Weisblatt. As Milan will chip it backwards. And Russell, after firing that shot, almost lost an edge. Chipped into the Danville zone. Approaching 2 minutes to go here. 2:20 remaining in this one. Puck fired all the way across the ice. Zinchenko fires a shot that misses wide. He'll get it back in another opportunity. He tried to skate out in front. And I believe that was Glukaryov who was there to get a stick on that puck and bat it away. Player going down at the blue line. That was Gallant. He got shoved down right in the chest. Clean play. Under a minute to go, or rather under 2 minutes to go in the first meeting with Danville of this 3-game series. Malik Johnson with the puck. Being pressured. Athens going to push it forward. Here they come. Johnson in front. Tried the deflection. Couldn't get it. Another chance at it. Athens almost with a couple good scoring opportunities, but cannot find their fourth. Here come the Rock Lobsters again. Gallant. And he's going to be blown dead for offsides. Had Malik Johnson streaking down the right side and just could not get it to him before that offsides was called. Want to give another shout out to a couple of our sponsors. Athens Area Urology. You're in good hands with Athens Area Urology. Plumber Pro, Hospitality South. Athens Coca-Cola Bottling Company. Classic City Flats, the home of your Rock Lobsters. Harmon Enterprises and Roto-Rooter. Face-off one by the Rock Lobsters, pushing it forward. Here comes Athens. Weisblatt, Milan, and Glukaryov, the three forwards on the ice here for Athens. Trying to close this one out. Pass intended for Prexler. That finds its way all the way down in the Athens end. Trying to clear it out of the Rock Lobsters. They will eventually do so. Here's Milan on a 2-on-1. Milan in. He shoots. He scores! Garrett Milan ices the game for the Rock Lobsters with just over a minute remaining and continues on the hot streak he's been on. What a way to celebrate Valentine's Day with the Rock Lobster W, with Garrett Milan bringing hearts into your living rooms. The best gift anyone could have gotten here on this Friday, as the Rock Lobsters able to close this one out. Granted, there is still time left. However, it seems right now that the Rock Lobsters are well on their way to clinching their 7th consecutive win. Face-off one by Athens. They'll try and push the pace again, maybe trying to find another. For Danville, heartbreak, trying to beat Athens for the second time this year and find their 2nd consecutive win. The Rock Lobsters play spoilers once again. And they're going to, in 40 seconds, or if they're able to hold on to this lead, win another game on this season, their 25th, as Rosenzweig holds on to that one and gets a whistle. It took pretty much until about under 5 minutes remaining in the third period for us to get another goal. Again, all the goal scoring was scored in the first period. It started with Case and Gallant on the deflection off the slap shot from the point from Greco. And the exclamation point put on by Garrett Milan on a nice wrister on a 2-on-1 attack. Opportunity there for Danville as Rosenzweig was sharp and ready for that one. Pushing it forward. Now it's Malik Johnson across the blue line with 22 seconds. He rips a shot, an empty net here for the Dashers. Player taken down, thrown towards the empty net. It misses wide. Time slowly ticking away here, 8, 7, 6, and 5. And as we go down to it, the final seconds will tick off of the clock, and that will do it from Danville. The Athens Rock Lobsters on Valentine's Day, able to get it done as they defeat the Danville Dashers by a final score of 4-2. We'll take one more break. When we return, we'll find out who the 3 stars of the game are. But again, your final score from Danville, Athens 4, Danville 2.
It's a historic season for all the hockey fans in Athens, and how can you celebrate without beer? The Athens Rock Lobster Clawshank Redemption is available exclusively at Terrapin Tap Room. Terrapin, do the right thing, always.
Since we opened in 1968, we've taken pride in our professional staff. Unparalleled customer service is our legacy. Experience the best, skilled hands and friendly faces. At Stanfield Air Systems, satisfaction is not just a guarantee, it's our tradition. Schedule online at stanfieldair.com.
Classic City Flats is a brand new apartment community in Athens, Georgia that redefines luxury living, offering a sleek and contemporary living experience. Our impeccably designed apartment homes boast sophisticated interiors, premium amenities, and exquisite finishes, providing residents with an unparalleled downtown living experience. Classic City Flats is excited to deliver luxury apartments that set the new standard of sophisticated living in Athens, Georgia. Classic City Flats, redefining your horizon of living.
Final score tonight from Danville, Athens Rock Lobsters 4, the Danville Dashers, a final score of 2. Big win for the Rock Lobsters as they are able to clinch their 7th consecutive victory. And if I had to pick 3 stars from this one, I mean, it's going to be pretty difficult, but I think your goal scorers of Kaysen Gallant and Garrett Milan, stars 2 and 3, just how they played and how they've been playing in recent form. 2 massive goals. Gallant, the game-winning goal. Milan, the exclamation point. My number 1 star, I think I'd have to go with the goaltender tonight in Rosenzweig. He really played a phenomenal game, saving 26 of the 28 shots that came his way. He had 9 saves in the first, 11 in the second, 6 in the third to capitalize a massive victory. We'll be back tomorrow night as these same Rock Lobsters and Dashers face off again. You see the total in shots as we talked about in the open. Another 47 shots on net for the Rock Lobsters tonight, 112 on shots on net against Dashers goaltenders the last 2 games. Another big total tonight. We'll see if that wears again tomorrow on the Dashers again. Same time start. It'll be an 8:05 puck drop. The broadcast coming live around 7:30. Appreciate everybody tuning in on their Friday night. Again, a happy Valentine's Day to everybody, and I look forward to seeing all of you back here tomorrow night. Again, final score from Danville. The Athens Rock Lobsters